Yo, yo, yo. We are in the building. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to come in here, and I'm not sure if my notification's gonna go out. I'm not sure how all this is gonna work. But as you join this live, I really ask you to please share this live. Um, yeah, we got a lot of stuff we're gonna talk about. Um, Let me get this phone on the charger to make sure it don't go dead on y'all. Hey, Trip. Hey, Sugar Booger. Tripping them kneecaps. Syrup in them kneecaps, baby. Okay? Let me tell you something. Y'all don't fuck with Triple in them kneecaps, okay? Okay? Triple, I see you over there with them good kneecaps, girl. Okay? I see you with them good kneecaps, Trip. Okay? Okay. So I see you, girl. Okay, so while y'all are coming on in, y'all, I'm gonna just do this for y'all. Because this the new shit right here. So everybody's fucking with it. So let's fuck with it.
Where I'm from, we purge, we don't merge. For me, I intertwine, I troll with no surge. Everybody gather, it's time for new words. Oh shit, y'all be talking, it's getting on new nerves. All of y'all tweaking, you need some new nerves. Making shit, y'all be smoking and making up new words. I don't pick a side, I'm watching the view splurge. With the chat full of them and us, we been merged. Let me introduce this, what I do for music. I don't back and forth, I just
I
put it
just
in
do it through
music.
music.
If you catch me live, I'm presenting some news clips. Talking about the real vaccination and blue chips. Here we go, let me go, I'm loose lips. Trying to see my boat, I'm coming back with new ships. Bitches taking shots, I just throwing the few flips. I don't give a fuck, not responding to you, bitch. I'm up bang like I'm eating this track up. I like unspoken, she hit hard as a Mack truck. If too strong working, I need her for my backup. Or she getting well, he be back for the wrap up. And I got his back, was a fact when they latched up. A lot of y'all pussy on the tube, you act up. Till they call you bluff, motherfucker, to act up. Although you give a bad,
Oh
they ain't
shit!
never
Don't go!
back
Don't
up.
talk
I
like
don't play the game, but I'm spitting the facts, bro.
that.
Yeah,
Hey,
do me, it ain't really a
hey,
match, bro. I don't pay attention like I'm Ricky, I
hey,
scratch until they
hey,
start
troll
talking
making
and it make me
changes.
react, though. Yeah, I'm hitting hard and I'm ready, you
Troll making
active. The only nigga charged for the
changes.
nuclear
Hold on, y'all. I'm
fraction.
trying
The
to
means
set
of
y'all
dropping
up.
bombs on you bitches and has-beens. And I don't give a fuck if you're trending, there's no way.
Hold on,
Yeah,
y'all.
it's all verbal,
Shit,
anybody can talk tough until you get doxxed, then the G
shit.
gets fucked up. Then it's all war, everybody get chalked up. Leave your ass drowning in the stomach of shark guts. Talk about your parents or your kids, it's fucked up. And I don't give a fuck about your feelings, you smut bucks. Try and make a friend if you want, and it's no luck. Deception is the rule in the game, nigga, grow up. Yeah, I'm on a dirt road, kicking up dust. Throwing rocks
Throwing
at
rocks
this
at
bitch
the
like
bitch
enough
like
is
enough
enough.
is
I built
enough.
a house on this bitch if you calling my bluff. Why they strip you from your deed, I be stealing your stuff. Oh, I'm so smooth, yeah, I'm smooth and slim. Only K I fuck with Crucial, I be moving with him. Heard you speaking on my bitch, oh how foolish of him. I can rake you with a ball like you stuck in a pin. Nigga, you face the guard, you'll be stuck with a sin. Hear you screaming out, Lord, would you help me with him? Got you hanging at bars, getting close to the gin. When you enter these waters, need an ocean to swim. Back to the merge, I ain't focused on him. When we all come together, got to focus on them. I see the beats kicking off, call it Oprah's revenge. On the soap opera set, let the action begin. Faith, she back at it, yeah, she's active again. Her and Barney stick together like they actually twins. Black got their back, they are actually friends. And if you try to break apart, you'll be smacked in the wind. Mo and Kid be working in the graveyard plots. Why they call it cemetery, get your graveyard slot. They will bury you alive, call it graveyard cops. So tell me who
Don't tell me
revived
who
Joy
wrote
from a
Joy from a
graveyard
graveyard.
box. Mama chosen and Anita, everything is already in too deep. It's starting to get heavy. Bitches going off and Bam's going
Bam's
ham.
going
Catch
ham.
it in my ether, man, good goddamn. Joker roast your ass, but I trash his music. All the shit you do is what is an ass for you, kid. If Marvin tell the truth, Gibbs retires the name. The only truth we know from him is piss running his veins. Both you niggas weird, you are one of the same. But I respect them anyway, it's just a part of the game. If y'all doing local, you can put them in frames. And FG's coming back to revenge for a name. Yeah, I know troll, this is really insane. When the sectors come together like it's mud from the rain. When all the plugs get together and they re up again. You too, baby, ain't no making no
Okay, 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 okay. Shout out to Nunu. Shout out to Nunu. Period. Shout out to motherfucking Neutral. Oh, I'm not supposed to curse, y'all. See, I'm gonna have to edit this video already. Child, please. Okay, so y'all, some of y'all know, some of y'all don't know. Um, I really wanted to wait till later. Shout out to Aunt Fed, absolutely. I really wanted to wait, like until people was able to get off work and be able to sit down and enjoy the live and just chill. Hey, Sandra. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and hey, Vaughn. I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and I guess get into it here. I'll drop my link because there are people that do want to that probably will be in and out that are supposed to that are gonna come up on the panel and talk. Jamila is supposed to come. I know Too Strong in them. I want people that have kids in between the ages of 6 and 17 to really be here for this because I was looking and as I've been doing research on this topic, y'all know this is something that hit me like real close to heart, like real. This hit home for me. Um, okay, Mama Terry, hold on. Let me see if I can get in here on my other phone. I got both phones. Well, one phone's not charged up, but it'll be all right. Um, Shout out to Unspoken. Thank you, Unspoken, for sharing my live. I appreciate you, sis. Okay, let me pin this real quick. Now the link is pinned. There you go, Mama Terry. I got you, boo. Thank you, Vons. And hey, baby girl. Um, so some of y'all know, some of y'all may not know. 2 years ago, my 6-year-old nephew was home, and his cousin was there, his 14-year-old cousin, and there was a gun, and my nephew picked up the gun and shot himself in the head and killed himself. I'm gonna play this for y'all real quick. Shit, I meant shoot. Sorry, dang. Okay. Hey, Miranda. Thank you. Thank y'all so much, Mama Terry. Yeah, you remember. So I'm gonna play this news clip for y'all real quick about my nephew. Um, and excuse me. And what happened with him? Because you have to understand, he's 6 years old. Um, right here. Thanks, Lord. Let's get right to the developing story following Northwest Jacksonville at this hour. Just a heartbreaking situation. Police are investigating the shooting. My bad, y'all. I accidentally hit the thing. Hold on. Can y'all hear this good enough? Now, Leah Shields talked with him right outside of home. Family of 6-year-old Danny Wade III says what happened here was a tragic accident when a family friend had a gun in the home and didn't lock it up. Please make sure the guns are locked away in the safe and with nothing in the chamber. Just please. I wouldn't want no other family to go through this. Zachary Williams has custody of his nephew Danny. He says he was asleep when the boy fired the gun. Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says the boy had one gunshot wound in the head. He died at the home around 7:30 Tuesday night. Williams believes the gun belonged to a family friend who is staying with them. Nobody knew he had a gun, but I guess he didn't have it put up. He was a regular 6-year-old, like to play, very lovable. JSO says they detained 7 people Tuesday night for questioning, and all have cooperated with the investigation. Williams says he does not think anyone should be charged because it was an accident. JSO is currently considering this an undetermined death. In Dinsmore, Leah Shields, First Coast News, on your side. Okay, y'all. So that is the story of my nephew. And some of y'all know. Hey, Samantha. Hey, Vern. Hey, Sissy Pooh. Hey, Rudy Djibouti. Hey, Samantha. I'm trying to say hey to everybody as y'all come in. Um. So Okay, let me do something. Hold on, y'all, because people are helping me. Okay, hold on. I gotta come to my chat real quick, y'all. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. I gotta hey Ratchet sis. I gotta tighten up a few people. Okay, Rudy and Burn, y'all just got y'all's wrenches. I don't want nobody to be y'all the only people that and don't even time them out, block them if they're in here being rude, disrespectful, or if it's any fucking trolls except for Troll Faith. She's the only troll that can be in my chat freely. Um, and we'll get into what we're doing with Troll Faith after I get all this out. Okay, so um, as y'all know, my brother and his baby mama both are in prison. Um, I'm not gonna get all into that, but I'm gonna say this: he wasn't him or his baby mama wasn't even allowed to go to the funeral because they're both in prison. So they didn't even get to see their 6 year old son get buried. Hey, Spencer, you got suited too, Spencer. Um, I got her. I know that's what you said. I got her. um, so now y'all, here it is, 2023, and it's crazy. But my homeboy, like me, okay, me and my homeboy, me and his baby mama, I used to talk to his baby mama daddy. Okay, so like they're younger than us. So he is about to get sentenced to 5 years in prison. And this is crazy, but this is what happened to his son just a week ago.
Police in North Florida are trying to find out how a 9-year-old got a gun and accidentally shot and killed a child this week. The 6-year-old was shot in the head and died, and Eden is in our newsroom with the tragic developments. Eden. Calvin Nicole, detectives are looking into how the 9-year-old got access to the gun and whether an adult should be held criminally responsible for that little boy's death. Authorities say around 2:45 Monday afternoon, an adult was home. There was a gun inside. A 9-year-old got a hold of it and shot and killed a 6-year-old boy. The adult was taken in for questioning. Neighbors with kids and guns in their homes say this didn't have to happen. Having that young of age with a gun possession is a little bit scary because, like I said, we've never had any incidents. It's extremely unfortunate. Things like those, you gotta have that kind of stuff locked up. It's not a toy. It's not something to be played with. It's a weapon. Data shows 15 children were shot so far this year in Jacksonville. 4 of them were fatal. 3 of them, including Monday's, were considered accidental. The Nationwide Children's Hospital did a study in June showing most unintentional gun fatalities when a child shoots another child involve boys, happen at the child's home or friend's home, and the guns were stored loaded and unlocked. And police only saying this is an ongoing investigation. No word yet on any charges. Nicole? Thanks for that, Lauren. Let's now right to the development story following Northwest Jacksonville at this hour. Just heartbreaking situation. Police are investigating the shooting death of a 6-year-old boy. This happened at about 7:30 last night at the home of his caretaker. Now, the family of the
Okay, my bad. The other things. Hey, Jamila. Hold on, y'all. I gotta come back to the chat real quick because I see it's other people coming in that I need to get them they toolies. There you go, lemon pepper. You're good now. I really hey Alicia, I want to tell y'all like for real, like I really appreciate y'all supporting me. Like y'all are really making me nervous. um, y'all are making me nervous, but it's cool. I got this. I'm gonna get through this. Um, this is why it is so important to me. Um, this is why it's so important to me, y'all, because this is something. Hey, Glib, this is something um that has really caused a traumatic part of me in my life. When you have to watch babies get buried, it's sad over something so senseless that a parent could have prevented. A parent could have prevented both of these deaths. The caretaker, hey, truth is the caretaker, the parent, the auntie, the uncle, the whoever, if they would have gave the right knowledge to these babies about these guns, y'all, it is so important for the babies. And I'm talking to the babies right now. I'm gonna talk to the babies, cause y'all know I love the babies. And I'm gonna say this to the babies. Babies, you have to listen to your parents, okay? You have to listen to your parents. You have to listen to them when they are trying to teach you to protect yourself and to protect you, okay? They want you protected, they want you safe, but you have to know, do not, I repeat, do not touch a gun if you do not have the proper knowledge and understanding about how powerful a gun can be. Guns don't kill people. Stupid people with guns kill people, okay? That's how I feel. And I feel like if you don't have the right knowledge and understanding on firearm safety and stuff like that, then you cannot have guns in your home. And if you're not willing to teach and you're not willing to learn, because at the same time, adults, we still need to learn a lot of stuff about gun safety ourselves. We don't know everything, okay? Exactly. A gun is not a toy. A gun is not a toy. And I'm gonna say this. I think it was Unspoken who said, or I know it was. I might be wrong, but I think it was. Hey, Rudy Djibouti. Hey, Big Kane. I think it was Unspoken that said that she don't even buy her kids or her grandkids like toy guns and play guns and stuff. I don't. I'm gonna say this. Like, okay, during the summertime, I might go to the dollar store. I might get all the little kids in the neighborhood like some water guns and let them play like that or whatever the case may be. But that's different than them little Nerf guns that you got to load up and then to shoot the little things out and then they come back and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's that's a part of loading a gun. That's a part of teaching. Hey, Miss Linda, that's a part of, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you do get toy guns, teach them properly how to use them. Don't teach them how to pull it on people and bang bang. Like that's not okay. That's not okay. Okay, it's not okay. If you're going to have guns in your home, you as the carrier and you as the adult, you as the mother, you as the father, to have guns in your home, make sure you're giving the right information on guns. Okay? Now, during this whole little escapade I've been going on about this whole gun violence safety thing, right? I have a couple of videos, y'all, I'm gonna play that I want y'all to listen to. And if y'all the link the link is pinned for anybody who wants to come up and speak. You, hey, boss lady love. Jamila, if you want to go ahead and come up, you can go ahead and come up. Hey Tez. Anybody, this is an open panel. So anybody who wants to come up, anybody who has kids, if you do have a gun in your house and you do have some knowledge for somebody that may be listening, that may not understand, that may think, okay, well, shit, I got a gun. I mean, shoot, I got a gun in my house and it's for this reason or whatever. Baby, you can't just lay your gun on no table and walk away and have your 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 year olds running around like they not curious. Because guess what? If they see mommy and daddy playing with it, because that's what they think you're doing. They think you're playing with it because they don't know no better. So they're there, okay, I see daddy. Daddy comes in, he's got his gun on his hip, he puts it down and walks away. So look, I want to be like daddy. I pick up the gun and boom. That's it, that's all. All because one little mistake that daddy made, not thinking or not teaching his son, hey, when I set this down, you don't touch it. This ain't for play, this is for protection. You only, if you, listen, and I'm going to say this, if you pull it, don't pull it if you're not going to use it. Exactly. If you don't listen, a close friend left a gun on his table while he was out taking the trash. And in those few short seconds, his son shot and killed himself. All he heard was one shot. That's all it takes. Okay, Jamila, just whenever you get ready, Jamila, because I know this this is a hard situation for you too. Um, and even if you don't have so much as a story to tell, or whatever the case may be, maybe you might have some type of something that somebody else don't have that maybe you can give somebody that they didn't know. I want somebody to learn something from this live. Okay, I want somebody to understand. I don't want somebody to say, "Oh well, you don't have kids, Bam. So how would you know about how what to do with kids?" And oh, I keep my gun locked up in the safe, so it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay because you know what? I would rather learn something about gun violence than just think in my own head it's okay for me to have this gun in my house. And look, if my kids find it, then they know what to do with it. No, they're not gonna know what to do with it. You know why? They're not gonna know what to do with it. They're not gonna know what to do with it because you didn't teach them. That's the problem. We're not teaching them. We're teaching our kids how to get on these phones, how to get on these games, how to do this, how to do that. What are they doing? Hey, misunderstood. What are they doing on these games? They're shooting each other. They're running around shooting people and stuff. They see these guns on these games and thinks it's okay. Oh, well, we did it on the game. You know, oh, we got one of these in our house. Maybe I can go pick it up and show it off to my friend. No, that's not what a gun is for. A gun is not so your kids can go while you're at work. They can go in your safe or go in your closet, get a chair, climb up on top of something to get the damn thing and show it out to their friends, and then something tragic ends up happening. That's not what gun safety is about. Gun safety is not just about having your gun locked up in a lockbox in a safe on top of the refrigerator, in the back of the closet. No, because think about this. Somebody kicks in your door. You got your gun in your safe. How long is it going to take you to get that gun out your safe before them people come in there and kill you and your whole family? Now, if people had the proper knowledge and understanding about guns, you can have that bill right up under your pillow and they come in, you're going to do what you got to do and everything's going to be okay. You understand what I'm saying? And you can have it right down to you because your kids know better. They know better because you have taught them. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all follow me? I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. We're all getting a understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because this really affects me. Y'all, I'm finna have to watch a 6-year-old little baby get buried over a senseless act of gun violence, okay? Y'all don't understand how that feels to have to see, that. They can't even get this boy an open casket funeral. That's how bad a little 6-year-old baby and one bullet can do them. One bullet blew his whole face off. They couldn't even reconstruct this baby's face. Y'all gotta understand. When you see something like that, see, people don't understand. I've dealt with gun violence and grown ass people. I've seen a man get his whole face blowed off right in front of my face, and there was nothing I could do. So at the end of the day, it's gun violence not just with kids, but with adults too. Because that's where a lot of the problem comes from is adults, not adulting. Absolutely, Lynn, that's my whole point. And teacher, if you don't want to go and listen to somebody or you feel like you know everything, when some stuff happens to you and your family, then you're going to wish you would have came back to this life and be like, damn, I should have listened to her. Hold on, y'all. Hey, baby, how come? Hold on, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and play this little clip. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just real passionate about this. I'm sorry. And I'm trying not to cry because just thinking about this stuff with this baby is just sitting there. For real. Like, because this is some nonsense that did not have to happen. I'm gonna ask my friend something real quick. Friend, let me ask you. Your house, you got babies. Do you teach gun safety? Okay, well then yeah, that's kind of my own friend's baby. The 9-year-old picked up the gun and shot him one time, shot him in the head, playing with guns. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why at 3, he old enough to know better. So at the end of the day, it's that's something like I don't know. It's just something that because you know they finna have a baby funeral and shit. So you know what I'm saying? They can't even get a boy open casket funeral.
So what they charge the parents?
They haven't charged nobody yet because they're saying it was an accidental shooting. But somebody, I'm pretty sure one because you know his daddy's in prison, and so he was with his mama. So it's like and there was an adult in the house. So I'm pretty sure whoever was in the house, that's who they gonna charge because they want to know how that baby got to that gun. So
Yeah, you gotta put them shits up.
for real, that's what I'm saying. For real, you got to, and you can't just put them up and think that they can't get to them because they know how to climb. They know how to get chair. Babies are smart these days, and babies are gonna follow everything they see their parents do. Thank you, friend. All right. See, I'm just saying, y'all, on some real, like, hey, Mika. Hey, Mika, my 14-year-old goes to the range with me. Gun safety is number one. Absolutely. Absolutely, Rudy. Absolutely, Rudy. Okay, y'all, hold on, I'm finna pull this up real quick, y'all. Give me just 2 seconds. I want some ice cream, y'all. I'm sorry. I woke up late, y'all, and then I said, you know what? You know what? I was almost discouraged, just a little bit. I was almost discouraged with this live, but I wasn't gonna let that happen to me because this is something I've been looking forward to. Hold on, we gotta guess, y'all. Hey, Vaughn,
Hey T Bam,
how you doing, love?
I'm doing good.
That's
So
good.
I wanted to be the first to hit the panel because I don't know who's all listening with their kids, but I am.
Hmm.
And when Jenny was listening to the news clip, she said she got a little scared and she said she didn't want to go outside anymore. And I told her that that's not what the live is about. It's to inform her on gun safety and what not
Hmm.
to do with a gun.
Right.
And they've been listening. Once I said that, they've been listening. And I just wanted to, come up here and ask them some questions and let y'all hear their responses. I did not coach them. I mean, you're going to obviously figure that out once you hear them respond. But I just wanted to, be the first to.
I really appreciate you doing that, Vaughn. And I do want to say something to the babies. Y'all know T-Bounds would never do nothing to scare y'all. I just want y'all to know and be more aware of the impacts that guns and kids playing with guns can have on your life.
Wait, you went out. You went out.
Firearms in the house or whatever,
Here.
you stay away from them.
Say it again because you went out.
Okay, I'm saying I didn't say anything. I don't want y'all to be scared. I just want y'all to know that there's bad things can happen when kids play with guns. It's not about going outside and being scared to go outside. You're supposed to be scared of guns. Be scared of guns. Even the guns that are in your house, or if you're at a friend's house, don't show guns, don't play with guns. Leave them for the parents until you get old enough to understand. Now, Vons, I'm gonna mute up and let you talk to the babies.
Okay. So did y'all hear what she said?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hey, y'all, we have Jace. I think I went out. Okay.
Okay, there you go. You're back.
Okay. We have JC and Jenny. JC, say hi.
Hi.
And we have Jenny, y'all. So I'm gonna ask JC first because he's younger than Jenny, and we all know, the youngest will follow behind the oldest. So, JC,
Hmm?
based on what T Bam has been saying, what do you now know about guns?
I know about guns have a pull up and they
A
and
what?
I know guns have a pull up and
A
it
bullet?
a pull up.
It's a bullet.
A pull up.
No, it's a
No, it's a
bullet.
bullet. Oh.
Okay. And what can a bullet do to a person?
Um, people?
It can shoot people. Are you supposed to play with a gun and shoot the bullet?
No,
Why not?
because maybe something will happen. Maybe it'll hurt your wall that's right there by yours. Or maybe it'll hit this wall by the front or the other wall and it will go outside.
Okay. But what if it doesn't hit the walls and go outside? What if it shoots? What if it if when you shoot the gun and the bullet goes inside of somebody, what can happen?
Die.
They'll what?
You die.
So should you play with a real gun like you play on the game?
No.
Should you play if you see a real gun? Should you pick it up and try to play with it?
No.
Why not?
Because
Turn
maybe
this way so they can hear you.
maybe the gun. I will pick up the gun and I will shoot it.
And what will happen?
It will shoot somebody.
And then they'll do what?
Them's my babies. Go ahead, babies.
Now, Jenny, what
Huh?
have you learned since listening to T Bam talk about guns?
I've been learning about that.
Go ahead.
That when you shoot guns, people can die. Like sometimes you make accidents, and sometimes you do it on purpose.
Okay.
But like if somebody actually shoot somebody, then it will take away their life. I mean their life.
Is that something that's serious, or is that something you play about?
That's serious.
It's serious. JC,
Mhm.
is killing somebody serious?
Yeah.
Is it if once somebody die, do they come back?
No.
So that's why you don't play with guns, right? And Jenny, anything else you want to say?
I want to say that I just want to say that I wish guns wasn't real because people can die by them, and I don't want nobody to die. I just want people to survive and be happy.
Okay. So T
Mhm.
Bam,
She's got me finna cry, girl. Oh my
I
god.
know, right?
She's
I'm
so
finna cry
intelligent.
too.
Like, oh
Um,
my god, because that just showed me that what I'm doing is really at least touching somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
them are babies and they understand what I'm saying. So if they can understand what I'm saying, your kids can understand what you're saying.
right.
Teach them about gun safety. That's all I'm saying. They are so smart. Oh my God, Vaughn, thank you so much.
No problem. And um, before I drop down, I want y'all to understand that guns are for protection, and you should be scared of them. You should not
Absolutely.
play with them, like she said.
Hmm.
Okay, JC? A gun
Hmm.
is to
I don't care if you're
protect
at your friend's house
somebody.
and your friend is trying to show you a gun. Go tell their mama.
Go
Hmm.
tell
It's not a
immediately.
toy. Yep. Hmm.
It's not
Don't
a toy. Go
ever,
tell. If they're like, oh, my daddy's got a gun in the safe and let's go look. Do you say no? You go tell on them. I don't care what they call you. Because
you
that's saving your
understand?
life.
You heard what she said? No matter what. If they pull that gun out, you run and you go tell their mommy and their daddy right away. Don't
But
be
what if they shoot us already?
they're not going to shoot you.
Oh,
That's why you as soon as you see them with it, that's why you run to go tell so that they won't accidentally shoot you with it. You understand that?
Oh, look, Vaughn, Mama Terry said ask them what should they do if they find a gun.
Oh, okay, that's a good question. I'm
That's a
gonna
really good
ask.
question. Thank you, Mama Terry. I'm glad I didn't see that in the chat. I'm sorry, y'all wasn't like looking at the chat. But go ahead, Vaughn.
I'm gonna ask JC first. JC, what should you do if you find a gun?
go tell mommy and dad.
Okay. What if mommy and daddy's not around and you're at school and you're in your friend's locker or in their cubby and you see a gun? Who you gonna tell?
My teachers.
Okay. And if you at your friend's house and you find a gun, who you gonna tell?
My friends.
You gonna tell your friends, or are you gonna tell their mommy and daddy?
Their mommy and daddy.
Why you gonna tell their mommy and daddy?
Because maybe they will prank me.
Maybe they will prank you. That's a good response, JC. Okay, Jenny, what would you do if you found a gun?
I would leave and then I will tell somebody that I see a gun on the floor or
Okay.
whatever.
Are y'all
And
going? Oh, go ahead, Jenny.
and if they pick it up, I'm gonna say put it somewhere safe so nobody get hurt.
No, that's not what you're gonna do.
Why?
If your friend finds a gun and you're standing there, you're gonna go tell their mommy and their daddy. You immediately tell an adult, no matter where you are.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
Because
that's what
that's
you
the
meant to
only
say.
thing
Yeah.
that could save your life. You find that gun and your friend might pick up that gun. If they pick that, listen, guns have something called a hair trigger. Okay. You don't even have to put your finger all the way on that trigger and that gun can go off.
Do you hear
Just
that?
think, they pick up that gun and they want to show you and they're pointing it towards you. That gun goes off and there's no more you.
So think
All
about
because of
that.
a senseless, careless mistake because kids wanted to play with something they're not supposed to be playing with. That's like touching the stove and your mama just told you don't touch it because it's hot.
You understand that?
Maybe if a gun will touch you, you should like put it in the garbage because maybe it's dangerous.
No, you don't. It's good to
I'm
put it
sorry. That
in.
was so cute.
Okay, it's good to want to throw it away, but y'all shouldn't touch a gun either. You
At
shouldn't touch
all.
it at all.
Don't touch it at all,
Did
right?
you hear what she said? There's something called a hair trigger. So you see how Jenny got a whole lot of hair on her head, or you see how you got a whole lot of hair on your head? That can trigger that gun to go off.
She gets on my
So that
nerves.
means, are you saying that if hair touch it?
What I'm saying is a gun is very sensitive,
Right. There you go, Vaughn.
and that is how accidents happens with guns. So if you see a gun, you should not touch it at all. You should
You go tell an
immediately
adult.
go tell an adult. No matter where you are, you find the nearest adult and you say, "Hey, there's a gun over there. Okay? I didn't touch it. I didn't move it." You know, you get what I'm saying?
Right. Call 911 if possible. If you
Right, yeah.
find a gun, call the police and tell
And
them,
if
look,
there
officer,
you got
there's
a
a gun
phone.
right here. I found it. I'm not touching it. Because that's the first thing they're going to tell you. Do not touch it.
If you outside playing and you see a gun laying in the bushes, you got a phone. What you gonna do?
Call 911.
You gonna call 911. JC, if you outside, you gonna see a if you see a gun in the bushes, what you gonna do? You gonna grab it?
They'll call 911 and then the police will come and get the bad guy.
Okay, they're gonna get the bad guy. I guess
Hey,
that's
get
what
And
that
you.
then
troll
they're
out my
gonna
chat.
tell me. Yeah, like so the bad guy's gonna show the
But T
gun
Bam,
to
I'm about to go ahead and drop down. I feel like they didn't answer all the questions. So let's.
And I appreciate you,
But
Vaughn, for
mommy,
coming
I
up
got
and
one
letting them answer them
more.
questions.
Oh
And
wait,
I love y'all.
Jenny said she got one more question.
Okay, baby,
Mommy
go
got a
ahead.
question, but you remember why when I said put it somewhere safe? I meant a grown up to do that.
Oh, a grown up should put it somewhere safe. Okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so nobody get hurt.
Okay.
Absolutely. Good girl.
All right.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna drop down so I can patrol the chat since people want to.
Okay, baby. Thank you,
All right.
Vaughn.
Bye, y'all.
Hi, Jamila.
Hey, Bams. Bye,
Hey,
Vaughn.
love.
Well, my situation is different. We know we talk about as far as safety where kids don't get two guns and, be able to harm themselves or whatever. But, my daughter was taken from me because of a gun. And
Take your
she
time,
had a gun
Jamila.
of her
Take your time.
own.
Take your
She
time. You don't
had
have to
a
rush. Just take your time.
yeah. Yeah, I'm getting choked up, but she had a gun of her own, and I always used to say to her, like, why you walk with the gun all the time? And now, the very day she didn't have her gun on her to protect herself, her life was taken, and her baby life was almost taken as well. My daughter, so my daughter didn't know this guy that took her life. She had a fight with this young lady, and I don't know what she told her cousin, and um, He seen her walking with my grandbaby, and
Uh-huh.
started shooting at her. It hit her legs. She dropped to the floor, and he came over her and shot her 6 more times close range. So my
Okay,
grandbaby,
can I ask you something, Jamila? And if you feel like I'm overstepping my boundaries or if you don't want to answer it, just tell me, bam, I don't want to answer that, okay?
yeah,
Was she, and I don't mean to say it like this, but was she like a target? Were they targeting her? Did she have beef with these people or something? Or was she just an innocent bystander?
no, she was beefing with the guy cousin. She didn't know the guy.
Oh.
She basically, I don't know what the.
Hold on, Jamila, you went out. Hold on,
Can
Jamila,
you
you
hear
went
me?
out. We can't. Okay, you're back. You're back, baby.
Okay, I was saying that I don't know what the altercation was about because I had just relocated
Uh-huh.
from out of there from West Virginia to Jersey.
Uh-huh.
And I was told by her friends that when they seen each other, her and this young lady, they will fight every time. But I don't know the situation, why it stemmed to her telling her cousin, this guy that my daughter didn't know. I don't know what she told him that he felt the need to take her life from her and almost took my grandbaby life. She was hitting
Wow.
her back twice, her lower back.
Who the baby was?
Yes,
Oh my God.
she
Now I
was
want to say
three.
this real quick, Jamila. I want the people to realize. Now, y'all know how we were just sitting here saying kids and shouldn't be touching guns and they need the knowledge of it and this and that. This is showing where the adults, his parents, lacked the knowledge of gun safety to him. Where he came out here and did this to a woman and a child over some words. Just some simple words. People are out here taking lives over words
Mm-hmm.
with guns. This stuff is serious. Sorry, man. I mean, sorry, y'all. This is serious. Go ahead, Jamila.
Very serious. So for me, as crazy as it may sound, I wish she had her gun on her that day because I know she would have protected herself and her baby, you know?
And she wouldn't have been wrong. Hi, Anaya, and she would not have been wrong at all. She wouldn't have been wrong. She would have did to his butt what he did to her because she didn't deserve that. I don't care what she said. She didn't deserve that. Neither did that little baby. That little innocent baby didn't say nothing to nobody. That's
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Let me calm down because that just got
Yeah.
me a little beside. I didn't know that, Jamila. I haven't heard your whole story with your dog. I had no idea that that happened to the
Yeah,
baby too.
do the I'm gonna try to do the I kind of been down because I threw the memorial
And you
cookout
know
for
what? I want to
her.
tell you this, Jamila. I'm proud of you that you were able to get through your baby's memorial. You know the celebration of life that you had for her.
Yeah,
Did not too long ago. I'm very proud of you for being able to get through that because a lot of mamas can't do that.
yeah. So I've been down, but it's just like you gotta push through, and I gotta push through for her baby because now I have to raise her.
And now you have your so now you have your granddaughter, correct? Is it and is
Yeah.
she okay? Can she can walk, or is she like paralyzed or anything? Is she
No,
okay?
she fine, but she gets therapy.
Right. Well, okay. Well, I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
Right. It could have been a lot worse, and thank God that I didn't have to bury two people.
Absolutely.
You know.
And now that little baby has to grow up and has a
Yeah, yeah,
story to
yeah,
tell
yeah.
at
She
whatever age she
traumatized
is.
for the rest of her life.
For the rest of her life, she has to think about. Can you imagine how many nightmares that baby has? Can you imagine how much when that baby goes outside, she's terrified because she don't know what's gonna happen? That is sick.
Right.
A baby shouldn't have to go through that all because of a gun. Because people are careless with firearms.
She was only 3, but she remembers some stuff. She used to say
Ooh.
at first when it happened, she used to say mommy was on the floor bleeding,
Wait, she said what, Jamila?
that she knew her mom was on the floor bleeding.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah. But I'm gonna
Mama
try
Sarah,
to
yeah, absolutely. Gangs as well. And you know what? If y'all want to, we could do another live about that. I don't mind because I'm steering away from the BS because it's stuff that needs to be taught to not only people but children out here. And if I can do that, or if I can be a part of that, then guess what? I'm all for it. I'd rather be a part of doing something that's gonna teach somebody and help somebody learn something about something that could protect them for the rest of their lives than
right.
sitting here arguing with somebody for the rest of my damn life.
Exactly. Yeah. And he was a felon. He wasn't even supposed to have a firearm.
Truth is, yeah, she said, what kind of therapy? Do you mean like mental therapy or like physical therapy? Truth is, because she said the baby was in, she does physical therapy,
Oh no, 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 not physical therapy. Basically mental therapy
like
because she
mental
lost
therapy.
her
Okay, okay,
mom.
okay,
So,
okay,
I thought she was too young, but they was like, no. They have it therapy where they do with dolls. Like one will be her and one will be her mom, and then they'll talk about different stuff like that.
Right, right, right. And Jamila, how long ago did this happen?
A little over 2 years. It's still fresh. She passed April 9th, 21.
Okay, that's around the same time, about 2 years ago when that happened with my nephew. And y'all, I did talk to my brother, y'all, and I asked him, did he want to come? And he's not ready. He just said he's not ready to talk about his son, and I get that. I'm not gonna force him, and I'm not gonna ask him over and over again. I asked him one time. He told me, "Sis, I love you, but I'm not ready." So that's why he's not here. um because I wasn't gonna force him or push him or try to make him do something, because you have to understand this man is in prison. He couldn't even go see his baby to his baby's funeral,
Wow.
much
Hmm.
less want to sit here and 2 years later talk about it in front of people that he don't even know. So I get it. He said that he would talk to it about me, I mean with me, but he didn't want me to record it, so it wasn't really no need. And I'm not going to come back and repeat what this man tells me about his child without him saying it to the people himself. So that
Yeah.
was just a respect thing.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Every day is different for me. It's hard, And even though I did her remembrance,
Oh, he was just sentenced, Jamila. He got sentenced for your daughter's murder.
yeah, he got sentenced January of this year. They
What
gave
was
him
his sentence?
45 years because of
That's
his
it.
age. Because he's 46. So
So
they
he
was
still should have got life.
basically they was basically saying that's a life sentence
Well, yeah,
because of his age.
definitely,
Every
yeah,
state is different.
right,
So he'll be damn near in his 90s if he make it to his 90s.
right.
He'll be in his late 90s if anything.
Shy, he won't be no good to the world. Oh, Jamila, I don't. Oh, that's crazy. That's. I salute you. A lot of people wouldn't have been able to make it through this, and it's crazy because this shows y'all the way that people handle deaths, and especially with kids. Like Jamila's daughter was of age. My brother's baby and my friend's baby was underage. They're 6 years old, and it's a big difference of how even older kids, even though you're of age, you're still, see, people don't understand this. When I say kids, if you're 21, you're still a baby to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was still a baby to me. She
You're
was
still a
just,
baby to me. I'm
just
almost
starting to
40
live her
years old.
life.
You're a baby to me.
She was just starting to live her life.
Killed himself 4 years ago, and his mama still haven't spoke on the situation yet. Right. Thank you, Mama Terry. Hey, Latte. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go sub up to Jamila, please. Miss Samantha Dane, that's crazy. I'm sorry. Wow. And see, it just shows y'all like guns are not like, everybody's like gun. Oh, I'm like, people think, oh, I'm big bad because I got. No, you're not. No, you're not. Y'all remember back in the day when we used to throw hands? Ain't nobody go get no guns. Now you can't even walk in the store without somebody worrying about if you gonna get shot or something. It's
Times
crazy.
has changed, man.
And it's sad because they didn't change for the better. And y'all got to think, we're bringing our kids up in this day and age with this type of stuff going on. You have to talk to your children. Communication is the biggest thing in the world between anybody. If you don't have communication, you don't have nothing.
Right.
You have to be able to teach your children, even if they're 16, 17, and they don't want to listen. Tell them anyway, because something is going to stick in their head that you say. Drill it in their head. I don't care what you got to do. Oh, my niece was 14 when she was shot and killed. I'm sorry, Sister Pooh. And grown or not, a child is always the parent's baby. Absolutely.
Yes, you're right. She'll always be my baby. Yep.
I appreciate you coming up, Jamila, and even talking about it, because I know this is hard. I
Yeah,
know
no
it's hard.
problem. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pushing for next week sometime to talk about it.
Okay, Miss Miranda, thank you. And I hope, like, to the babies that are listening, Just please, 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 I'm begging you, please, do not play with guns. They are not a toy.
Oh
They are
yeah.
not, they're not something to show off to your friends, to make your
Mm-hmm.
friends think you're cool. They're not. That's not what guns are for. Guns are for your protection. They're
Yes.
not to be played with. If you want to know something about guns, go to your parents and ask them, Mommy, what's this? What do I do if I find a gun? Ask these questions. Ask. Make sure, make your children comfortable talking to you about things like this. It's like having a conversation about the birds and the bees. You know what I'm saying? Just you, it's something that needs to be talked about within all households. You
Yes.
heard this, what Vaughn's kids came and spoke, y'all. You heard it out the mouth of the babies. These are the babies of our new days.
Mm-hmm. They so smart.
Right? And you have to think, babies watch everything their parents do.
They do.
They learn
They
so
do.
fast. Like seriously. Yeah, take your time, Jamila. I want you to be able to, I want you to be able to feel comfortable talking about it. And that goes for anybody that comes up here. If y'all have some, even if it don't have to be something that exactly happened to you. It could be anything, just any experience or whatever you've had with firearms, because they're not okay. This is a lot, but
Yep. Y'all could always go to gunviolence.org
there you go.
and put in West Virginia, gunviolence.org, put in West Virginia and put in her name, Chastity Joseph, and her profile will come up and y'all can light a candle for her.
Rudy, if you're not, if you, I mean, I know you're probably driving because I remember you said you was getting back on the road. But if you wanna come up, Rudy, and say something, because I know I seen you in the chat saying that you take your son to the gun range and stuff like that, and I think that maybe if more parents hear another parent talking about that, maybe it'll encourage them. Okay, well shoot, maybe it is time for me to take my baby to the gun range, or let them know what this is really all about, because they're friends, y'all don't understand. Your kids friends hold a very big influence on them.
That's true. And then you got
But
to
at the
be
same
careful.
time,
And
our
then
babies
it's
shouldn't be
good for
taught
them to
about.
learn how to protect themselves too, because they might have to use that gun one day, to protect themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What's the name of the way? Vons just put it in the chat. Thank you, Vons. Yeah, y'all. If y'all see anything, what I will do, y'all, the news clips that I'm gonna play, and the story about my nephew and my friend's son, I will put all of them in my comment section or in my description after I end this live. The videos, I'm gonna put the content creators' names, where I got the videos, the news cast link, and all of that, because I just want to support the people that I'm, it is, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, dang it. But I do really, yep, sissy, it was her friend who did it. She was at their house when it happened. That's wild. And I'm just so tired. Y'all don't understand. See, in my city where I'm from, every single day, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is so sick. There were 5 murders in 5 hours. All victims and suspects were in between the ages of 16 and, or no, 14 and 18 years old. Black
Wow.
males.
Yep.
All
That's
victims and
true.
suspects. 5 murders in 5 hours, and all victims and suspects were in between the ages of 14 to 18 years old. Black males. That's a problem. That's a problem. It shouldn't be like that. And it happens every single day. That was just 5 murders in 5 hours. What about the next 5 hours, and the next 5 hours, and the next 5 hours?
Yeah. You got to be careful. They shooting in broad daylight now. They don't even care. Broad daylight.
Hey, Miss Linda.
Hi.
Hi, Miss
How are
Linda.
you?
Hello, Jamila and Bams.
Hi, honey.
I just wanted to say a couple of things.
Go ahead.
I don't have any victims or children or anything like that that has gone through this terrible situation. But I am a trained for 31 years firearm. Um, and at my job, I was a sharpshooter. I don't know why I'm nervous. I think I'm just still shaking from Jamila. And I've already heard Jamila's story, but when Jamila was talking about it on the other live, I got up to say something, and I had to get down because I just couldn't. Whew. So anyway, what I wanted to say was to the children, and I'm really talking to the little children, because once the children are 14, 15, 16, or whatever, they basically have their mind set unless the parent has that much control over their child that they can still, direct them. But for the little baby, sometimes we see a gun and we think it's a toy because we have so many toys or toy guns, I'll say, that looks a lot like guns. They even took the red part off of the little toy guns. So we have so many. So my thing to the babies, it doesn't matter if you think it's a toy or not. If you're over your friend's house or wherever, and your friend comes to you and says, "Oh, I have a new toy," and it looks like a gun, run and go tell an adult. It could be a toy, but we don't want to think it's a toy and it's not a toy. So I'm saying I don't really care if you think it's a toy or not. Anything that looks like a gun, go and tell an adult. Now I can't teach a 6, 7, 8 year old how to recognize a real gun because I have to be hands on for that. So I'm just saying all guns are bad. Toy guns, I don't care. Go tell someone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it had killed kids that's been killed because the cops thought they had a real gun and it was actually a
And
toy gun. It's it
Exactly.
has happened, you know.
Jamila, that's where I was going. That's where I was gonna go next. After she was, because I appreciate that too, Miss Linda's, because I didn't know that about you. And it's people like you. They could come up and help give the rules and the safetyness of guns. You're not safetyness. That was not a word.
But I know what you're saying.
Right. And I appreciate that because it really shows me that y'all do support me. I really appreciate that for real. Because y'all are really into this and y'all are really helping me with, trying to get this message out there. And it really makes me feel good. And it makes me want to continue to do stuff like this because I know I can do it. And I know that I have a support system that's willing to, walk with me through this. So I appreciate you for that.
And
Yes,
we thank you for having such a positive life.
right.
It's almost like a breath of fresh air
With my positive self, huh? Look
with
at
your
me.
positive self.
With my positive self. Look at me over here being all positive and stuff.
This is something that needs to be done all over the world. YouTube,
And
all
it
the
does.
social medias. I wanted to say something else because I don't know if it was you, Bams. I don't know who said it, but they were saying something about the gun under the pillow, block box, and all this other stuff.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, well, each state has their own laws, right?
Right.
So, but the majority are the same because, um, you know, it's really federal. But
It's a concealed weapon, so of course everybody you're supposed to have it concealed, right? Right.
right, but
Okay.
I'm speaking of in your home with your children. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute up so you can go ahead.
okay, so you said something about if it's in the lockbox, this and the other, blah blah blah. Somebody come to your house, how would you get to your gun fast enough to protect yourself? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is the thing. Um, when you go to bed, you can have your gun under your pillow because you are covering that gun. But the second your feet hit the floor, that gun needs to be put on your hip or in a lock box, or either have it locked, and you can go to just about any police station and get those free gun locks. But the gun should be carried, locked, or concealed. And concealed is under this pillow because I'm laying on top of it. Now, if you so sleep that your kid is going to go under that pillow, then yeah, you need to lock yours up.
Or put it under the mattress.
No, well, you under the mattress, someone can come in your house and feel under your mattress and just about get your gun while you're asleep. Just think about it. We're not talking about putting your gun under your mattress while you're sleeping. We're talking about putting your, well, I said that
That's
wrong.
what I'm talking about though, while you're sleeping and you could get to it if somebody did try to come in your house and harm you.
Well, I guess you could put it that's pretty hard to get to because you land
I
on
mean,
top.
I said under the pillow because I know that's and I know this from experience. That's the quickest way to protect myself. I can just reach
Exactly.
up under my pillow. You come into my house, I'm gonna get you before you get me.
Exactly. That's why I say under the pillow. I don't
Under
say
my mattress, I'm not going under
I'm
my
not doing
mattress if
no,
somebody's trying to come in
no,
my house. No.
no. I would never suggest under the mattress. Actually, it shouldn't be under the pillow. But for exactly what you said,
Right.
if someone break into your home or whatever, and you have your stuff locked up, put up in the attic somewhere, there's no need of you even having a weapon.
It's right. There's no need for you to have it.
Right.
But also at the
Right. You
same
can't get
time,
to it.
Can't get to it. But if you are going to sleep for the night, you can put it under your pillow in your pillowcase, but you have to be on that pillow.
and as soon as your feet, like you said, as soon as your feet hit the floor, it needs to be in your holster or put up somewhere.
That's right. Exactly.
I agree with you 100%. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I really thank you, Vines. Y'all, Vines is in the chat. She is dropping them bars on y'all, okay? Y'all better pay attention. Vines is doing her research, okay?
Wait, I'm trying to see. I
Shout
got
out to
this.
my partner in crime, okay?
I can't see. Check your barrel and ammunition. Oh yeah. You should always have your gun clean. And
Absolutely.
first of all, this is what I said earlier.
Don't keep one in the head. I know a lot of people like to keep one in the head. Don't keep one in the head.
Right.
For reasons of children maybe finding your firearms or playing with them or whatever the case may be. You got one in the head. That's it.
That's right. That's right.
Keep the safety on. Like that's
Keep your
just
safety on. Now, I'm speaking from adults that know about firearms. I'm talking about the ones that truly have their CPLs, the ones that went to class and listen. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna have one in the chamber.
well, and I get that. You know me too. I ain't gonna hold
I'm
you. I might be preaching to the choir, but I'm gonna keep
Miss
one in the head.
Linda
I'm
is like,
sorry,
I'm gonna
but
have mines in the chamber.
I don't
it's
have
gonna be in
kids
the
though.
chamber because to load it, that's time taken away. That gives them enough time to do what they need to do towards you.
I mean, all you gotta do is cock it
But
back and. But we're not here to. We're not here to.
let's say
Justify the
theirs is
guns. Okay.
already cocked. Bams. Let's say I'll do it with you because this is how people learn. You say your thing and I'm gonna say my part.
Go
Because
ahead,
some
baby.
people may be thinking the same way you're thinking. So what if the person that's coming in already have their bullet in the chamber?
Then you're right. It is gonna take you a second to cock it back and have yours in the chamber. I'm saying as far as like, okay, I'm gonna say it like this: don't keep it in the chamber like all the time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, now before you go to bed, put one in the head. You know what I'm saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Not just have it just in the chamber, just laying around. You understand what I'm saying? It's just because that is. Well, if you got the safety on, I guess that's kind of like a double standard, huh?
Uh-huh.
I don't like you, Miss Linda.
Because
You just fronted on me on my own gun safety live.
well, we're trying to learn and teach and listen,
Oh, here's
right?
Rudy.
Come on,
Hey,
Rudy.
Rudy Djibouti.
What's happening with it?
Hey, Taurus brother.
How
Hello,
you
Rudy.
doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Good.
Already. I can't stay too long. I'm driving right now in California.
Go ahead,
But
Vaughn.
like,
What's your question, babe?
How's the
Go
oh,
ahead,
weather?
Rudy.
but like, was that Miss Linda saying something about gun, cleaning your gun?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she like that's part of gun safety.
exactly.
Um, I don't know who said it, but yeah, kids. I think UP said it from 3 to 6 years old should be intertwined in of gun safety, especially if the parent carry. Like my son, mom and dad carry. So his aunties carry. We have a very lackadaisy gun law in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Before I even took my son to the range, we did 2 week course on gun safety alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like even going about a wood gun and just
Mm-hmm.
learning how to carry it in in the range. Just
Mm-hmm.
whenever there's ammunition in the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep one in the head at all times. But
Exactly.
but I also do have guns that have decockers on them. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can press the decocker button,
Mm-hmm.
and regardless of how many times you squeeze that trigger, that gun is not gonna go off until you activate the decocker on it.
That's right.
So I have majority of my handguns have the decockers. You can't get no decocker for no rifle. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, but yeah, gun safety. Even if people are well versed in gun safety, do you know how many people? Um, well, some people say they commit suicide, but do you know how many people mishandle weapons each year and die from mishandling the
Yes.
weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for one, that barrel should never be pointed towards you or no one. It should
That's
always
right.
be pointed toward the ground
That's right.
or whatever you finna shoot at. You should
And
never
don't shoot
brandish
in
it.
the air. That's like playing with God. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, them for people that like to waste bullets. All my bullets got to count.
Cause the
Um,
bullet don't have a name on it. Cause you could be out here like
right.
these little boys was out here shooting on the on New Year's and ended up shooting the or no on the 4th of July and ended up shooting a 70-year-old man in his jaw and shot a pregnant woman in her stomach and wasn't even shooting at their house. That's
Yeah,
just where the bullet went.
because gravity still plays a role. So if you
Right.
shoot the bullet in the air, guess what? The bullet got to come down.
And people don't understand this. If you shoot a bullet in the air, that bullet have more pull on it coming
Coming
down
down. Yep, because
than it
gravity is
do.
helping it too.
Yes, than it do when you shoot it out the gun.
That's right.
It's not only just how to hold the gun. It's also not using cheap ammunition because that can explode and mess things up. Um,
You have a misfire
it's
with that.
huh?
You have a misfire with those cheap bullets.
Yes, you can have a misfire. Like I would never put anything in steel, like the black casing bullets. I would never put nothing in my gun with that because that messes up the barrel and the firing pin.
I only use hollow points.
Uh, them steel casings they got hollow points, but
Oh,
like
thank you, Sissy Pooh.
the copper or the silvers,
Uh-huh.
them the cases that I use, and that's for everything in my handguns and all my rifles. Um,
Miss
and
Linda,
with the
can the gun Rudy can I'm gonna ask y'all, can the gun still shoot on safety? I don't think so.
No.
no, no.
Okay, no, Vons, no, it can't.
Now, hold on. If the gun is malfunctioned,
And that's what I was about to say. Unless the gun, if there's something
Hmm.
wrong
yeah,
with it, maybe
but
it can. But I'm not. I don't. I've never seen a gun fire on safety.
but but see, if you really a gun person and you take the time out to clean your guns after you shoot and all that, you'll find that out when you're breaking it all down.
Right, right.
Exactly.
So gun safety is just not for the child. The
It's also for adults.
yeah, it is also for adults, and you have to keep people that's strung out on drugs away from guns. Have
Absolutely.
to, have to. Like my son, me and my son started shooting at when he was 7, and I never left the gun around him until he got 12, 13, and now I'm comfortable to where I can go on and go about my day, even though all my other guns is like, just say if I'm going out and he want to stay home, he got a little 9 millimeter Ruger that shoot 8. That's the only gun that's out close to him until he can get somebody there or I come back home. All guns is supposed to be for safety, not no bullshit with these kids doing what these grown ups is leading these kids to do.
And see, Rudy, you have already taught your son. He even knows how to shoot the gun. He knows how to carry the gun. He knows the rules. So for that, and being 14, or you say he was 12 when you started, you also knew he was a responsible young man.
But see, I didn't account for the psychological thing that me letting him start out that young too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these kids and they know that gun is power. They know that gun is power. If you're not talking to the kids about should nobody know that you got a gun but you, if you're not talking to them about really just keeping their goddamn mouth closed. You know, kids is motor mouths, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't ready for the mental part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we are all the way around 360 degrees from the mental, the physical, training, and all that, we good, but you still have to teach them the mental part of that.
That's right.
Because my son, you know, and I guess this was every kid. When he's with me, he acts a different way. When he's with his mom, he acts a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So when he with his mom, everybody know he got his own gun. Everybody know that, you know, he go to the range and all that shit. And
Oh
I tell
Lord.
him, yeah, I tell him, hey, bro, that ain't for nobody but you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they do come and it's you and 5 of your homeboys, they gonna come after you first because they know you carry.
Right. Or they may just challenge them just because they boys.
Oh, they
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Or
all
he
that.
might just want to show it off. You know how boys is. Like, I
Well,
got
he
a gun, you know?
no, Rudy's son shouldn't be doing that because he's been trained for years. But what he's saying is, his son's mother is telling the United Nations that his
Oh, okay. The
14-year-old
mother. Okay.
son, yeah, that the 14-year-old
Yeah, you.
son has a weapon. So if she's telling the United Nations, then somebody in the world may want to challenge him, and it could be a 18-year-old.
Right.
Real talk. Real
So
talk.
that's not anybody's business. And in real life, no one should know anybody has a weapon. I mean, you're gonna find out as the person walk around, in the out in the world or whatever, because you're supposed to cover them up here in Michigan, but sometimes you can see the print or whatever, but that's not something that you make a announcement about. Now let me say something to Vons while she's doing her research. Vaughn, we're saying that the gun should not go off if the safety is on. We do know that a gun can malfunction. This is the reason why we're saying children shouldn't touch a gun, period, because of that. Plus, a child can take the safety off. Rudy?
Yes.
We can I can hear the air.
Okay, well, I'm going to drop down because I'm in my 18 wheel. I'm in California driving.
Oh, why you can't just mute until you want to say something?
I
Or you,
gotta, I gotta
you
fight through this LA traffic.
Oh, okay. Okay, I
Hold
understand.
on, I got somebody in the back. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hey, Vaughn, welcome back.
Let's see, do I turn?
Okay, well, bye to you too, Rudy. Okay.
But you know, Miss Linda, you know all states is different because in West Virginia, like you have to show your weapon when you carrying it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a open carry state.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
and you don't have to have a CPL for that. That's the reason why
No.
you have a
You could
license.
actually go in the pawn shops and get
What
guns
does CPL mean?
as
Concealed.
long
Let
as
me
you
say.
don't have no background history or felony or anything like that. Yep.
Concealed pistols license,
Okay,
CPL.
that's what I thought. I thought it was a yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy, y'all.
Hmm.
See,
That's the reason.
I might be learning a little something myself. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? See,
So in those states, the reason why you have to let it be seen is because you don't have a license.
right.
But if you have a
Well, if you don't have a
license,
license, you shouldn't be carrying anyway, right?
different states have different rules. Just like Jamila said in her state, I think North Carolina, Texas,
No, West
Florida.
V. When I used to live in West Virginia, you have
Oh,
to show, and you could go in the pawn shop and get a gun. As long as you don't have no record or no felon or nothing like that, you can go in the pawn shop and get a gun.
well, I know I've been home. I've been out of prison for 14, almost 15 years, and I know in Florida, I do believe after either 8 to 10 years, you can get your rights reinstated to carry a concealed weapon as long as you don't have weapons charges. I think.
Right, no felon
Because
and
my
stuff like
charges
that.
didn't have nothing to do with no weapons or guns or nothing like that. My charges was something totally different. So I'm pretty sure that after 8 to 10 years in Florida, you can um you can
CPL.
yeah, you can get your rights reinstated to get your concealed weapons license, which I am gonna look into that because of the simple fact that I don't want a gun to hurt nobody. Guns are for protection, but it needs to be the right type of protection. Just because you have a
Hmm.
gun, that don't mean you just go out here and shoot anybody. Oh, and now that was self defense. I felt like no, 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 because a lot of people
Right.
don't. That's not what they're using their guns for.
Right. And I'm not for sure in Florida, but I believe after the 8 years, like you said, but
Mhm.
the person can't have other felonies.
Right, they can after them, and I haven't been in any trouble in 15 years exactly.
Hmm.
So like after my 8 years, I didn't end up going back to jail or nothing like that, and I don't
Hmm.
intend on going back to jail like at all. So don't try me, y'all. Don't try me. Tell you right, don't try me.
And
Not going back to jail.
pe-
Okay, sorry, I
pe-
just had to get that out. Go ahead.
people with domestic violence cases can't have a weapon ever either if
Right,
they've
like
been
if you have you said
convicted.
domestic violence.
Yeah, if they were
Yeah,
convicted.
domestic violence or like robberies or
Oh,
like
it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a
right,
lot
like
of them.
any type of
But
assaults or anything like that,
mhm,
carrying a concealed weapon by a convicted felon, you can't have no type of charges like that. I have a sales charge and a violation of probation, but I didn't violate probation on having a weapon or being around other felons, or I
mhm.
violated probation because I ran. Simply, that's something I chose to do. It had nothing to do with nobody else. Um, so it's more likely a chance that I could possibly get my rights reinstated. I mean, if I
Mhm.
can't, I can't. I'm still gonna have my protection either way it goes. But
Mhm.
um, I would rather do it the right way than end up doing something and something happen to somebody and I end up going to jail just defending myself.
Yeah, and let's talk about defend defending yourself.
Go ahead, let's talk about it.
Wait, hold on real quick. Miss Linda,
Mhm.
no, I before okay, so T Bam, even though it was a question, but it wasn't. I am Google. This is a professional live, So I'm Googling professional questions with professional answers
And I'm a
for the
professional.
people.
And
Yeah,
she's a professional, so this is great. Go ahead.
for the
Y'all
people,
go ahead. Yeah, this y'all's live, okay?
including myself, who who isn't aware of the rules of the guns. I knew that there were the 10 Commandments for guns. I've seen it before, but I thought it was a good idea to look it up and post it in the chat. And
It's
then,
always good to double check and find out
right,
for yourself instead of listening to others, because
right.
sometimes others are not telling the truth.
Yeah, I just wanted to drop, some Google fied, information that, it was like, we up here just talking, everybody, so I was like, I'm gonna do this for her, while y'all up there talking. You know what I'm saying? But that's
Yeah,
And
all
I
I wanted.
appreciate you, Vaughn, for that. Thank you.
right,
All right,
right.
y'all.
But
I appreciate you letting your
Vines, let me
babies come
say
on here and
this.
talk. Y'all don't understand. I really appreciate y'all. Because I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think I was gonna have this much support with this live, y'all. For real.
Vines, let me tell you why I said something. We sometimes Google things, and it true is true, but we're missing the fact that we're trying to teach young children don't touch, period.
Right.
Safety on, safety off, safety uh, malfunction, whatever. We're not even in that section yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said something, because I wanted to reiterate, don't touch, period.
Right.
That's the only reason I said something after that.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I got you.
Hmm. Oh,
It
I was
got
gonna
quiet.
say, I was gonna
Right.
say
Come on now.
about
Don't get quiet on me now. Y'all over here got me hype and
No,
stuff. Don't get quiet on me now.
I'm finna go back to the chat. I just want to come up here and say that, so everybody know what I'm doing.
And
okay,
get to the if anybody has questions in the chat, ask your questions in the chat, and we can answer them to the best of our abilities.
right. This is what I was saying, because my brain, I'll forget what I'm talking about. I'm up in the
Girl, me too.
senior age now, so I'll forget in a half of a second. Defending yourself. I'm gonna ask a question and see what the answer is. Okay, someone came up to your door, your home,
Uh huh.
and they knocked on the door extremely hard,
Uh
saying,
huh.
I'm gonna come in there and get you. And then you go to the door, you have a weapon, you go to the door, and the person gets off your porch and start walking away from you.
You don't shoot.
There you go.
You don't shoot. You never shoot somebody in the back.
And let me tell you what that means. You can't shoot a person in the back because the threat is no longer there.
Absolutely. There you go.
If they're getting away from you, the threat is gone. If they're beating on your door, you have a whole door that's protecting you. You cannot shoot them through the door.
Well,
I
you
don't
can,
care.
but
You
it's not
cannot.
necessary. You're not guaranteed to hit them.
No, you cannot.
No, I mean, no, no,
Period.
no. I'm saying like, no, I'm just saying like for people that feel like I'm not. No, I'm not saying it's legal to do that. I'm
We
I'm
only
just
talking
saying.
about legal. We only talking about legal. We're not talking
Okay, okay,
about
go ahead, go ahead. Let
illegal
me. I'm gonna shut
stuff,
up. I'm gonna shut up
because
because I just I
we
went
don't,
ghetto just then. Go ahead.
right. We don't want to confuse people, because this is a teaching live, right? So we don't want to confuse people. If someone is beating at your door and they say they're going to kill you, you cannot shoot them through the door,
Don't they
because
have to be like entering? They have to be entering your house or whatever, right?
exactly.
They have to be entering. You have to. It has to be like defense. A defense is defense. It's not like okay, they're knocking at my door, so I'm gonna open the door and shoot them. No, or I'm
And
gonna
you
shoot them
Well,
through the
you
door. I see
shouldn't.
what you're
You
saying. Okay, my bad,
you
my
sh-
bad, my bad.
you shouldn't even open the door if they on the other side of the
Well, if
door
you got
saying they're
somebody
gonna
outside the
kill
door,
you.
somebody they gonna kill you. Yeah, don't open the door. That's pretty dumb. But
Right, because
and you know what I learned too?
mhm,
As my daughter case was going on,
mhm,
they charge you according to where the bullet hit you as well. You get what I'm saying?
mhm.
Like depending where the bullet hit you, you could get more time. I never
Oh
knew that.
yeah, well,
Okay, I want to piggyback off that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just say the threat is coming towards you,
Mm-hmm.
and you fire, and
It
you strike that person. But
it dep-
soon as they start turning from the mid rib cage all the way to the back of the back, that mean they running away. They getting
mm-hmm.
away. So if you shoot that person one time and they go to turn away, you better shut it down right then and there. Cause now you got if that person died, now you got yourself a fresh murder case.
That's right.
Wow.
Or,
So it's
or you
That
not.
probably get negligent homicide. That's what you go get negligent homicide
So it's not
because you
even
work with
considered
negligence.
self-defense anymore, huh?
oh
Yeah,
no.
it ain't even considered self defense no more because
Right.
that person was trying to get away.
Even
You
though
have
they came with the intentions on doing something
Even
you
foul.
don't
it,
know you don't
it,
know what their intentions are. You can't read their
Well, if they're
mind.
beating on your door telling you they gonna kill you, they obviously don't have good intentions.
Well, if they get in your house, they're gonna get shot.
Well, yeah, that too. Okay, okay. I'm gonna be quiet because Miss Linda ain't gonna let me win this. Okay.
I'm
No,
not
I'm
trying
just
to.
messing with you, Miss Linda. No, I know. Like I
Okay,
get it
because
though.
I just want the truth to be told,
Right.
and so that people don't get confused. That's
Right.
all. Because
Right.
people, they get confused. That's why I say, if I say something, you say something, whatever. That's
Right.
what you have this live for, so people can understand.
Right.
Let me tell you another thing. It also depends on the the weight of people, the sex of people, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes, let's say I'm fighting, and the person that I'm fighting is 4 or 5 inches shorter than I am and a whole 100 pounds lighter than I am, and you shoot that person, you're going to court. You're going to
Damn,
court.
that's crazy.
Well, let's do this. Let's say it's a cat. You got a cat coming at you, and you have I hate to use these dogs because I love dogs, but you have a pit bull growling coming
Right.
towards you. Which one you think you'll get away with shooting?
The dog.
Exactly, because the cat, unless it's rabies, if the cat have rabies or something, going plumb crazy or whatever, then yeah, you kill it because you don't.
Well, especially if it's a pit bull, because they really don't have
Right. They're
they
more of
don't
a
have a
threat,
fair
if
chance
anything.
in this world anyway.
Say it one more
Yeah.
time.
I said because I said and with it being a pit bull, they don't have a fair chance in this world anyway.
Right.
Because they more of a threat.
Right. That I
I'm gonna
was
say this.
using I was using
No.
those.
I get it. No, I'm
I
just
know.
because
Okay,
of
but
things like that, Miss Linda. Pit bulls are not a threat. It's the people that raise them, and that's all I'm
okay,
gonna say about that.
we're not talking about that.
I
We're
know,
talking
but I'm
about
just saying
gun
that because
safety
that came up, so
because we
I
don't.
just said that.
Oh, okay, but I only used animals to symbolize people.
Right,
I don't want to shoot an animal, period.
right, me
But
either.
I'm saying, if it's me and a 6'9" male and he's attacking me, of course, shoot him and I'm
Right.
good. But if it's a little girl and she's attacking me, is she a threat for real?
It depends.
I was going to say could be. That's why I say you're going to court. I didn't say you're going
Right,
to prison. You're going to
right,
court because that
And
little
the judge
girl.
got to make that decision for real, for real.
Well,
right.
here the jurors have to make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
But that little girl could be a black belt in karate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're gonna have to go to court. But if the little girl is just a regular little girl and you could have really snatched her by her arm and threw her in the middle of the street, why you shoot her? So it
Because
makes
I
a difference.
learned.
Hmm?
Oh, Sky, Miss Linda.
No. Go ahead. I was just going to sum that up, but go ahead.
Because I was going to say, it's so much I learned going back and forth to my daughter murder trial. Well, they went to trial because they made a plea deal with him because he
That's
had first degree murder at first, and then they dropped to second degree. They made a plea deal with him, but it
right.
was crazy to me that he got time according to his age. I didn't even know you could get sentenced according to your age. That's why I was trying to tell you that he was 46, so they gave him that 45 because he was only facing 10 to 40 years for my daughter, and then the extra 5 years was a felon carrying a firearm.
Mm-hmm.
So he got the whole 45 years, but they was basically saying he 46.
So they consider that life.
Right. They consider that life. Right.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't think it was fair, but yeah, they consider that like a life sentence because he's damn near going to be in his late 90s. And who's to say he's going to make it that long, you know?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So, do you have any more questions, Bams? I'm trying to think of
Um,
things, but like I say, my brain is on zero.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Actually, I I feel like you gave a lot of good information.
You did, Miss Linda.
You gave a lot of good information, and I would have never known that you had all that knowledge on firearms and stuff like that. And I really appreciate you coming up,
Thank you.
excuse me,
It was
and
very
sharing that.
informative. Yep.
Yeah, very informative.
Oh,
That's I really appreciate that.
So I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna hop down,
Okay, love.
summing it all up. Um, Teach your children, but make sure your children are responsible children when you're teaching.
Absolutely.
First of all, go learn yourself. Don't think that you learn because you grew up with a bunch of guns and blah blah blah. No, go learn the real rules for your state so you don't end up in prison, and learn all the ins and outs of gun safety, cleaning your gun, storing your gun, um the whole 9 yards, and most of all how to shoot a gun, because a lot of these people that's out here shooting do not know how to shoot, and this is why they shoot more than their target. Once you learn how to shoot, you'll know that you want to shoot in the mat, in the chest area. We don't shoot guns to warn, we don't shoot guns to scare, we shoot guns to kill. So if you don't plan on killing the threat, don't even touch your gun. And that's fact.
And yeah, you're absolutely right.
That's fact.
And
Um mhm,
and not only that, go get some gun insurance too. It's only about $4-5 a month.
mhm,
If anything go down, and I mean anything, you will have lawyers on your side to help you with your gun case.
right.
Period.
That's a good thing right there. That's a good thing. And never shoot anybody in the back, never shoot anybody that is retreating.
Hold on. I got somebody trying to come up. My bad, y'all. My bad, Vaughn. Go ahead, baby.
I want to ask Miss Linda something. So, Miss Linda, you said we shoot guns to kill. You said we don't shoot guns to injure. I think you said play, but you said we shoot
Uh,
only to kill. So
yeah. I said we
I
don't
have
shoot I said we don't shoot guns to scare,
to scare.
and I forgot the other one. But
You
yeah, we
said
shoot.
to injure.
No, I didn't say injure. We don't do that either.
Right.
We shoot guns to kill.
So my question is, okay, me personally, I don't want to kill nobody. I'd rather shoot you in the kneecap.
And then get shot.
So when you okay, real talk, like I'm being so serious right now.
Me too.
So if I pull my gun out, and although your intention is to kill me
With a gun or a
with the
knife
right,
or a
and I
car. Hmm.
and I know I don't want to. Okay, so what I'm saying is it in your best interest to just shoot to kill, not to injure, shoot to kill? Period.
And I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna give you the explanation behind it. You're first of all, you're pulling your gun out because there's a threat, right?
Right.
Okay. So that threat means that that person has a weapon, and a weapon could be a gun, a knife, a car, anything that if it touch you in a forceful manner, you're going to be either killed or hurt, right?
Okay.
We're not talking about uh somebody walking up to you talking trash, because you don't have a right to shoot a person for that.
Right.
Um if you shoot that person in the leg, can they still drive their car? Can they still use their knife? Can they still shoot that gun?
Mm.
I'm asking you.
Oh, yeah, they can.
Okay, so you just wasted a bullet, and now you're going down because they're still able to harm you.
Oh, wow.
That's why guns are nothing funny. That's why guns are no joke. That's why guns are super serious. People that carry guns should be as humble pie.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you make one little error, you're going to prison.
And your life is over. Absolutely.
Over.
And can I piggyback off that?
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, and Miss Linda, you will know off the LTC classes, um, you supposed to diffuse the situation, especially when you carry it.
That's why I say you're supposed to be as humble pie.
If you the aggressor,
Then you it. You
you
going to
shoot and
prison.
kill that person, you first it's gonna be because you started this shit knowing that you had a gun, and they gonna prosecute
Mm-hmm.
you more than just a regular murder.
That's right.
And trust me, prison ain't no way you want to be. Take it from somebody that's been there, okay?
I
Mm-mm.
will say I have a different outlook because I've always said, like when police officers, they just bust up in people's houses and they only shoot to kill. I said, well, why not train them to just shoot to injure?
Because they don't want to die.
Right. But
You
see,
They
I
don't want to die, but they see that would be a whole nother story. That'd be a whole nother life. They don't want to die, but they don't care about shooting other people.
No, 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 no. We're not getting ready to bash
I that look,
law
that's why I
law
said that'd be a whole
enforcement.
nother life. That'd be a
Right.
whole nother life.
because
So we just gonna dead that right here.
Yeah.
okay, because I
But
just was I just was saying me
Let Vaughn say what she wants to.
personally.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill anybody, even if I know your intention is to kill me. Now it's different. It's much different if you didn't already shot me. That to me, that's different. But Miss Linda just gave me a different point of view, meaning they may have the mindset to shoot to kill me. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna be the one. I might be the one to have to draw mine first. But
Mm-hmm.
like she said, just because I shot him in their kneecap or even shot him in their hand, that adrenaline may not knock that gun. You never know who you're dealing with. People crazy, okay? And
Right.
they might pick their gun or knife up or whatever and then kill me when my intention ain't to kill. It's just to keep you, keep you away from me. Let you know, hey, I'm not playing. But she just pretty much kill or be killed is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And even, it's sad that you got to think that way, but you just gave me a really good, because like I said, I've always had the mindset, I'm just gonna pop him in the kneecap, shoot him in the damn arm, you know, not the left arm, but shoot him in the hand. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I
So
understand.
so Vaughn, if you don't want to kill anybody, I mean, no one wants to kill anybody. But if you're not even going to try, you should not have a weapon in your hand ever.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say that next.
Mhm.
No, I was really gonna say that next. Was Linda like, well, looks like I'm not gonna be doing that.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah,
especially if the aggressor has a weapon and he or she sees that you have a weapon and you're not going to even try to defend yourself the proper way, they're going to get you.
hmm, yeah. Well, that's all I want. I'm back to the chat, y'all.
Yeah. Training will teach you a lot. It will teach you a lot. You'll get a very good understanding. And that's why I say whoever has the weapon should be as humble can be. And I'll tell you, for me, if I'm not carrying my weapon, I may talk a whole lot of shit, because it's going to be hands on hands, or either you're going to kill me because I don't have my weapon, whatever. But if I have my weapon on me, which is every day, but if I have my weapon on me, I am going to do everything I can to keep peace. I don't care if I have to look like a fool and be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Because I don't want to kill you. But if you keep coming towards me and you're being aggressive, and let's say it's a man, he doesn't have a gun, but he's 7 feet tall, weigh 290 pounds or 250 pounds, whatever. And he's the aggressor. He's going to get shot too. Because there's no way I could defend myself with a 6'9" man weighing 250 pounds. There's no way. That's what I was talking
Right.
about when I was talking about size, weight, and all of that stuff. All of that goes into play to find out if it was self-defense or not. So, like, I'm going to use this for an example. A lady that's being beat by their mate or whatever, domestic violence. That man doesn't have to have a gun. He could be using his fist. That's a weapon. And I can't stop him from hitting me with his fist unless I take my gun and shoot him right in the middle of his chest. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
It may sound harsh, whatever, but uh,
I
gun laws
mean,
gun
when
laws are
it
harsh.
when it comes to me and my kids, if
Hmm.
I'm in a like I put it to y'all like this, I more so see myself pulling that gun and shooting to kill if my kids are right there.
If they're right there doing what?
Just in the car.
Yvonne, you cut out, I think.
Wait, okay, can
I
y'all hear me
heard.
now?
I heard
Yes.
Yeah,
you.
I hear you. You're good now.
In the car, playing wherever we are, grocery store, wherever we are. My thought is gonna be, I don't want this person to harm my kids. And if I'm by my, because I was about to say if I'm by myself, that's different, but that's not true. If I'm by myself, I'm still gonna want to make it home to my kids.
Right.
So at the end of the day, shoot, kill or be killed, kill or be killed.
That's okay. Well, we would never use that term in a court of law. We'll just shoot
That
to kill.
okay,
We don't add nothing else to it.
okay.
but if you're in the grocery store with your children, it depends on what the aggressor is doing. Because first, you're going to diffuse or try to de-escalate the whole incident.
Mhm.
You're not going to shoot somebody because they're acting a nut and your kids are there. Because
Right.
if you can get your kids and get out the store, that's what you do. You don't shoot the person.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's a way for you to get you and your kids away from the aggressor or the threat, you get gone. You don't get your gun. You get gone. Now, if the aggressor, you know, pulled out a gun and pointed it towards you, you shoot them.
Mm.
Or if they have a knife and they're coming towards you with the knife, you shoot them. It sounds inhumane, but it's the law.
What's inhumane is people coming at you with knives and guns. That's
Right.
inhumane.
Exactly. But I'm saying it to Vaughn because Vaughn's don't want to shoot people to kill. She wants to shoot them in their leg and all of that. So I'm
Right.
saying that to Vaughn so she can understand. I'm being so serious.
No, and I know she's serious, Jamila,
I
but
know
I
she's
get
serious
it.
too, but I'm just saying the way she said it.
I'm saying it's the vine. I'm letting
I
my
am
baby. No, I'm just playing.
right. I can be comical sometimes, y'all. I can. But I'm saying it to her because I want her to understand. You don't just shoot because somebody is talking crazy or what have you. It has to be a real threat. And When we say a life threat, not a threat.
Mm-hmm.
You embarrassing me. No, it has to be a threat. And a threat for CPLs is the person is able to take your life or your children's life or the person standing next to you life or whatever.
Mm. So yeah, from what I'm understanding and what I'm getting from all of this is diffuse, walk away,
Well, we used to use the word de-escalate. I don't know why I said that.
de-escalate,
Mm-hmm.
de-escalate the situation as
That's
much as
right.
possible. Walk away if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, the gun is the last resort.
Exactly.
That okay? Yeah,
When
that makes much more
and
sense.
and and I'll say it in layman's terms. When you're carrying a gun, you the biggest punk in the yard
Mm,
because you doing everything that you don't want to do, so you don't shoot the person because you really want to lay hands on them,
right.
but you can't do that. You got to de-escalate the situation. Try to retreat. You got to do everything like a little punk. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then if all that don't work, then you shoot.
Well, get out of here.
So
Wow, Miss Linda, you really just opened my eyes because when all of that stuff was going on with like the George Floyd being shot and killed, the little boys being shot and killed. Um,
George Floyd was not shot.
I mean not Lord, I didn't mean to say George
Trayvon
Floyd.
Martin.
Yeah, that's
Trayvon
what I'm.
Martin.
Yeah,
That's
Trayvon
that's
Martin was shot.
Trayvon
Um,
Martin's mom is my homegirl. We went to college together
okay. But I'm trying to think of the lady, y'all. The police officer when
in
she
Chicago.
when the lady walked into her apartment and somebody was sitting on her couch. That's what she said the story was, but we
Oh,
found out he was her boyfriend. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
wait a minute.
Oh yeah, I know what
You
you're
talking about
talking
in
about.
Dallas?
That police officer who had shot her boyfriend, I think it was, right? She was a
Was
police
was
officer.
it in Dallas?
I think so. His name
That
was
wasn't her
Botham
boyfriend.
Botham
No,
Jean.
her
Yeah, that
neighbor or
wasn't her
something like
boyfriend.
that. What
Yeah.
was
Do
it? Her
y'all remember his
neighbor?
name? His
It
name
was
was
her
Botham Jean.
neighbor. It
Oh
was,
yeah, her neighbor. Okay.
Her neighbor, but
and she
they were
thought she was walking into her own apartment.
messing around. Remember, Miss Linda?
That's rumor.
Oh, that was a rumor.
I keep telling you, start watching TV and do research.
Okay. Okay, but my point is this. When from what when I was reading the story, right? Well, reading, watch whatever I was doing on I think I
Mm-mm.
was on Facebook.
Oh
I was on
Lord.
Facebook and in the comments people were saying like, well, if I walk in my house and I see, somebody sitting on my couch, I'm going to shoot. And from what you're telling me, as far as like, the gun being the last resort, what you're telling me and from what I was reading in the comments, people's mindsets, it makes a whole lot of sense why people do go to jail, or get sentenced behind stuff like that, because from what I'm hearing from you is that when a person has a gun and they just walk in their home and shoot the first thing that they see, not only is that dangerous, but it's irresponsible,
And they're guilty
and
of murder.
you're
First of
guilty
all,
of murder.
first of all, it wasn't her apartment; it was his apartment. But
That right there.
even if it was her apartment, guess what she should have done? She should have closed the damn door and went back through that hall and called her police friends and told them
Exactly.
there's somebody in her apartment. She had no right to shoot the person, even if they were in her apartment.
And what I'm gathering is that a lot of people who own guns legally, and we know the people illegally what they doing, but the people who legally own guns and have the permits to carry and all that type of stuff, be using them, just not irresponsibly, like
Mhm.
with intention to be the biggest and the baddest. It's almost like all everything that they was taught go out their
Out the
mind
window. Hmm.
when they're in a particular situation.
Situation. Hmm.
And that's why I say you just open my eyes, really. Like these people know what they be doing,
Yeah,
and
she
that's messed up.
she was so wrong it didn't make no sense.
Yeah,
She was so wrong it didn't make any sense because she didn't even have to shoot. She
And
could have just
then
closed the door and went back down the hall.
with
She had her radio on her.
somebody
Not
needs to mute him.
not
That's
not only
Rudy.
Oh.
not only did she didn't have to shoot, she was full of alcohol too when she killed that boy.
And what did
She,
I say in the chat was one of the 10 commandments was avoid alcohol
yeah,
and
you supposed to
drugs.
You
avoid.
can, you
Yeah,
you can't you can't drink alcohol and carry a weapon. If you get
fact,
caught doing that, you're going to jail too.
And you
fact.
should, because say this, Miss Linda. What I just realized is that's everything you just said. That's not information you just easily forget.
Mhm.
That's not so these people who commit these crimes thinking that they can get away with it because of gun laws, that
Mhm.
that is evil, and that is why they should receive harsher sentences because you
Exactly.
know better.
Yeah.
And as
Mhm.
you said, you're supposed to be, you know, humble. You're supposed to not be the aggressor in a situation at any
Mhm.
given time. You should
Mhm.
never lose your cool because you know you
Exactly.
have the power to take somebody's life.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And it hits different hearing this from someone who has taken gun classes and know her gun laws. It
Mhm.
definitely
Mhm.
hits different.
Yep.
Mhm.
So now I understand why the judges be, much harsher on them people because ain't no accident, ain't no you
No.
didn't know, none of that. You know
Exactly.
what you're doing,
Right.
and you
You
trying to
Mhm.
play in my
trained.
face. I got it. I got it now.
And don't let it be someone like a police officer or law enforcement. You should get it even worse.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's what the the judge had asked guy that murdered my daughter. She said when she dropped to the floor and the bullets hit her leg, why did you go over her and continue to shoot? If you never did that, she would have been here today. Why
Right.
didn't you walk away?
Mhm. Cuz his so-called threat was already on the ground. But if she didn't have a weapon, she still wasn't a threat to him. He was a big man, right?
Exactly.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he shot her. Didn't you say he shot her from the back? Any initially, Jamila, as she was walking
Yes,
away
she
with the
was
baby.
walking right when he started shooting at her. Yep.
She was trying to retreat, which is what he should have been doing because he had the weapon and he's a big man. A big man like that.
Oh yes, he was a big guy. Yep. I
Yeah,
was like, what
he
in the
didn't.
world?
Yeah, he was a weapon all by itself. So,
And my
so
daughter was tiny, skinny, like
and
only
if
22, and he's a whole 46-year-old man. Like, what in the world?
right, and if she had
Wow.
her weapon on her and shot him, she would have been scot free. It would have been self defense because the weapon for her, even though he had a gun, let's say he didn't, the weapon for her was he's 1,000 sizes bigger than I am, and he's swinging on me. A man could beat a woman to death if
Any man that shoots a
according to her
woman,
size,
any man that shoots a woman is a coward. Period.
yeah. Well,
Unless that woman is drawing her weapon on you first,
right.
you pull out your weapon on a woman, you're a coward. Because just like Miss Linda said, big as you are and as small as we all know, and even if you're a little scrawny man,
Mm-hmm.
a man can overpower a
A
woman.
woman. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So there's no need to pull a gun out on a woman at all.
Yep. So, uh, let's see. Women have more power than men when it comes to shooting and having to go to court. If you understand what I'm saying, a woman could shoot a man faster than a man could shoot a woman, and and
Hmm.
and be self defense. Now, a man can't shoot a woman; it could be self defense.
If she
You
drew
know,
her weapon or
Oh,
whatever she had first.
right? Car, knife, anything that could harm you. It could be a cocktail. You know how they make the cocktails in the Coke bottles or whatever.
Hmm.
They could throw that at you. That is a weapon. Because if that booger hit you, you burnt up.
I want to ask Rudy a question because I just thought about something. Can you hear me, Rudy?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so a long time ago, before I was married, okay, y'all, I was dating somebody and he was a gun carrier. Okay. Now I want y'all to listen to the context of my story. He was a gun carrier. And I always felt uncomfortable around him with his gun because he would just whip it out almost like, here, you want to learn how to shoot it? Here, let me show you. No, let me do this. What do you think of that? What is Miss Linda, I want your opinion too. Because although he took his gun classes and although, he had his permit to carry, I always thought it was odd that he always wanted to hand it over to me. But he didn't just, how you can grab it and you hand it over with the handle. I mean with
I
the
think it's a gun carrier. It's a careless gun carrier.
right. He would grab the barrel, not the barrel, Jesus. He would grab the handle and point it at me like, here, you want to learn how to shoot it versus grabbing the barrel so that I can grab the handle. And I
Right.
always thought that was odd.
He was careless, and
Very.
he shouldn't have had a license.
Mm.
And let me tell you, a permit and a license is two different things.
Okay.
Absolutely.
A permit
So
is
if
some.
you have okay, which um because he would always say he went to the gun range with his friends and stuff like that. So which one can allow? I know the permit can allow you to the gun range, right?
Yeah, but a permit is to purchase a gun.
Okay.
You go to your city um court or whatever, the district court, or no, you go to the police department, get a permit, then you take it to the license uh gun store. I can't even think of the doggone real name. But you go to the store with that permit, and then you purchase your weapon. That's not saying you could carry it. That's saying you're able to buy one because you don't have any mental health issues, you don't have any felonies, you don't have any of those things.
Okay, a license to carry is
Is
when you can carry the gun around on your hip, right? In the holster.
right.
Okay. Now, I don't know if he had a license to carry, but he did always have it on his hip. And this
No,
was in another state, too.
yeah, a lot of people don't have license and they go to gun range and all that other stuff. So, but that doesn't give him, if he doesn't have a license, he shouldn't be carrying it on his hip or in his car or anywhere else, unless he have it in the um lockbox with the help me, Rudy, the it's not loaded, chambers open, bullets are not with it, and it's in the trunk of his car.
That's concealed, right?
Now, see, I gun license, I gun laws is different in Texas. Like
Okay,
we
if
can,
they don't have a license, how can they carry their weapon?
well, Texas is the wild wild west, and you don't need a permit, you don't need a LTC or none of that to go get a gun. You just need your license, and your license have to be your address that you live at. That's it.
But I'm saying,
And
I'm
for
saying,
for as Vaughn, huh?
I'm saying, how do they carry it from one place to the other?
Well, we don't have no concealed laws. You can carry it in your hand. You can carry it on your back. You can tape it to your forehead. You can carry it on your forehead just however you want to carry it.
As long
Um,
as long as long as people can see it.
no, no, no. See, this is the thing with Texas. You don't have to
Hmm.
have a permit. You don't have to have LTC. We are open carry, concealed carry state. You don't have to have a license to do neither one.
So why do they have license
But
if you don't need them?
But that's the most important question, because if you have an LTC license, when the police, whenever you're dealing with the police, they already
Hmm.
know that you licensed and all that. And then when, like I say, when trouble come knocking at your door and you have to use that weapon, the LTC, oh well, he's well versed, so he know what he doing, or she's well versed, she know what she doing. And then that's when you start getting help from other places, like the lawyers and the NRA and all that.
Hmm.
Even if you don't have a LTC or anything, you still can call the NRA over some gun over anything that have to deal with guns, and they'll send lawyers.
Yeah.
That show right as a citizen to carry
Hmm.
your gun. That comes along with the Second Amendment.
Hmm.
But our gun laws is way different. Lackadaisy. You only have to have a license, a driver license. You don't even have to have a driver license. You can have a ID card. As long as you don't have no felonies or nothing, you cool.
Hmm. What
Like
is the LTC? What does that stand for?
license to carry.
Oh, okay. See, that's confusing to me, and I'm in Texas a lot. Uh, because my thing is, if what's the point of, well, you said because the police will look out. I don't know about all of that. Because if you could carry it concealed, why get a license? See, Michigan is open too, but when you carry it, it has to be out open. You'll never see anybody doing that here. Now you'll see them in Texas, but you won't see them here doing that.
Okay, so like even if I get pulled over, just say I'm in Texas driving down I-20 and I get pulled over,
Mm-hmm.
I can have my gun in my passenger seat, fully loaded with one in the head, and it won't. They probably won't even ask. I done been pulled over with my gun showing, and they never asked a question about the gun.
Mm.
First, they want to know, but they do want to know, do you have drugs on you? Because you know, with drugs in the gun, alcohol in the gun, you
Right.
know that's unlawful carry.
Right.
So they will ask you a question if they see the gun about drugs.
Oh
Mm.
wow. I know in
That's different.
Chicago, I know in Chicago you have to when you're pulled over, you like before the officer asks you anything, you gotta let them know that you're concealed to carry.
Exactly. I was just going to say that, Bomb.
Now I know that much.
Mm-hmm.
But see, this the thing with them looping everything in with your driver license, with your license plates, and with that LTC license. When they pull when before they even pull you over, when they type your license plates in Texas, they already know that you have an LTC.
Well, I don't know what Texas is doing, but the law enforcement do not have the right to run anything. They have to come to you
I'm just saying, if you
and get your
just say,
get your driver's license and then go back to their car and run it.
I'm just saying, if you just saying you getting pulled over for a routine traffic stop,
Right.
A lot of
and they
police
just
will run your tag as soon as they get
yeah
behind you.
yeah as soon as
Okay,
they get
okay.
behind yeah.
But I'm driving Susie Chapstick's car. So
They still gonna run your tag.
that tag is not going to help them. I'm
You're
driving
right.
Susie Chapstick car. Susie Chapstick do not have CPL.
You are correct about that. You are correct.
You do not run the plates to get information about a driver. You get the driver's license to get the information about a driver. That's why when they come to your door, they ask for your driver's license. If they could get all the information they needed on you by a plate, they wouldn't ask for your driver's license. That car don't
They
have to
don't.
belong to you.
What I got
This
a question, Rudy. I got a
go
question. Hold
ahead.
on. So, Ms. Linda, are you saying okay? Because this is something I assume when they run your license plate, it doesn't say y'all know my name is Kevon. It doesn't say Kevon Pebbles owns a firearm. It don't say that. They only know that once they have the license in your hand.
They don't know Kevon is driving the car.
Oh, they only
Susie could be driving
oh
Kevon's car.
But the license plate is gonna say Kevon. That's why they're asking for the light. Their license plate says that Susie is driving the car. That's why
The
they're
license,
asking
the
for the
license, the license plate don't tell them who's driving the car. That's
at
telling them
all.
who owns the car.
Okay, so the license plate is gonna say Susie Chapstick owns this car, but
Yeah.
Kevon is driving. So that's why
Right.
I'm going to ask this person who could who could possibly be somebody else for their license.
Exactly.
Now I understand. Okay.
That's why I said there's no need for them to run a plate. I mean, they can, but that's not telling them anything about the driver. It could tell them that the car's, oh, excuse me,
Uh,
it could tell them that the
okay.
car's stolen.
Okay. With like even with our insurance, only thing the police ask us for is our license. When they pull you over, they already know if you got insurance or you don't. They already know if that license is connected to
They,
LCC.
the, well, they that doesn't help anybody because that car is not driving itself.
I mean, I understand that this is I'm talking about where I'm from and how is everything connected through your license with your license, and that's only if you own a car because we also know it's a lot of people that don't own a car. But when you go,
Exactly.
but we also know when you go get your car, you have to register it in your name. That's when your license get connected to that car. That's when your insurance get connected to that car, and your LTC is connected to your license automatically.
And all of that is true. But Susie is driving that car, not the owner.
Miss Linda, I don't know who Susie is. She
And they
nah.
don't either. They don't either. That's why they coming up to the car asking you for your license.
Moselle,
Because
Moselle.
Susie is driving Jeffrey's car. Jeffrey have a CPL and all of that. But Jeffrey's nowhere to be found. Susie's driving. So they're
Okay,
checking your license plates to see if the car is stolen. Now, if they find out that you got CPL and all this other stuff, that doesn't mean it's the person that's driving the car. If that was the case, they would
you
never
correct.
ask for a driver's license.
Well, we talking about the owner of the gun, the license, the car, and all that. Because I know all my stuff is hooked up, and when I'm not home, I do let some of my people use my car.
Hmm.
But I don't think I got a ticket ever, and then nobody tell me about it.
So whomever use your car can have their gun on their seat.
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no, 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 no. They can have whatever they want on their shit as long as got they don't have to have nothing, but they can have they just regular license. But that gun got to be theirs though.
And how do they prove that?
Man, I'm just telling you where I'm from. A lot of times, especially if the officers see that you are competent, that you ain't full of drugs, you ain't drinking, or you not. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you're not, you know, on some other shit. Like I
Well,
said, I didn't been pulled over leaving the gun store, buying another gun, and my other gun was sitting in the passenger seat. He never asked nothing about the box in the back with the new gun or the gun that was sitting in the passenger seat
mm,
because it's an open state. Like
right.
you know,
But when I come to Texas, I have to get in contact with the authorities and get permission to use my CPL.
I know, but where you from though?
I'm from Michigan.
Okay, see that I'm a resident
You're
of
a
Texas.
resident.
Yes,
Okay.
that's a difference. Like,
Okay.
you know, you can't even people that's coming like the DFW have so many people from different other states,
Mm,
and
mm,
you know you have to live somewhere so long
mm-hmm.
to gain residency.
Right.
But if you come and you got a job, you got a house, you done change your mail from wherever you was at to here.
Mhm.
Now you
Mhm.
now you became a resident of Texas, and you can go down there, but you have to give up your license where you from. That's the only catch.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to give up your license. You just can't come to like California. I'm in California now. They gun
Mhm.
laws are totally different from ours.
Exactly.
Like you can't even have a mag that have more than 10 bullets in them.
Mhm.
You can just say you come from Michigan, Texas, and you had a mag, and you know all the laws. You can't have more than 10 bullets, and you have a mag that hold 19, but you only got 10 bullets.
Mhm.
Your ass still going to jail because
Mhm.
the magazine is unlawful.
Right. Now
So
MC says the law changed in 2021. I wonder what law is she talking about.
um that
There's
was that was with anybody can get the gun. Everybody come on get these guns. That's when you didn't need the permits. Didn't need the LTC. You didn't need none of that. That's what she talking about. That's when the laws changed.
mm,
Hey, everybody coming in. Hey D. Let me see. Somebody else came in here, y'all. Y'all got that takeover spirit. Y'all just took over my life, child.
I just want to say, I
I'm
like
just
how Miss
playing. I'm just
Linda,
playing.
I like how Miss Linda throwing in different curveballs because, truth be told, that is stuff that people don't think about, including myself. What if you in somebody else's car? You know, all of that. And honestly, I thought when they ran the plate, it told them everything about you. But like she said, somebody else can be in your car. You can be in somebody else's car.
Or it could be a stolen tag.
It could be a stolen tag, like
right.
anything.
But I know down here that's what they do. They whenever they pull you over, they run your tag, and then when they get to the car, they ask you for your information because they I don't know why they do it, but that's just what they do. They're weird, but
Well, they do it because they're checking to see if the car is stolen or if the car was in some type of felony situation or what have you. If anybody, looking for that car, whatever. But that's just the car. So then they come to you and ask you for your driver's license because now they want to know about you, not the car. So that's the reason
And
that's happening.
honestly, it explains why police officers be on the defense. It
oh
explains a
shit.
lot.
Oh yeah. They're
Like why they be like on business, and because like I said, I assume, and I don't, and not that I, nobody thinks about stuff like that, and that's why a lot of stuff has happened.
mhm.
People being pulled over for a missing tail light, and then things going left
Mhm.
because, like I just said, stolen car, stolen tag, all types of stuff. Like we can assume that we're not gonna do anything I mean, we know we're not gonna do anything illegal, but there are other people out here that don't think like us. You're not,
Mhm.
you know what I'm trying to say.
I
They
understand. I truly
they
do.
be on bullshit.
Right.
So we
Right.
sitting up thinking, oh, it's just a busted tail light. No, 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 no. To that officer, that's why they do pull people with busted tail lights open. Because imagine the years before when people had busted tail lights and they was committing crimes and nobody paid attention to it because it was just a busted tail light. Whole
Mhm.
time that car is stolen. It's got 3 kids in the trunk. And that
Mhm.
person about to go take them and shoot them all. So that's why they pull people over for what seems to us any little thing, why they
Right.
be tripping over expired tags, not wearing
Mhm.
a seatbelt, driving too fast,
all of
because
all of those things are against the law, and who are
as
they?
well.
Law enforcement agents. So
Right,
so they're doing their job. And then
right.
people have to also understand when that man or woman get out of whatever vehicle, law, I'm just going to say law enforcement because many different entities to law enforcement, but they get out of their vehicle, that person's first thought is, I want to go home to my family. They're human. They want to go home to their family. So they should, not always do, but they should follow the rules and regulations and the training that they received to do the best that they can to get home to their children. They don't always make it, but or to their family or whatever. So when a police officer or any type of law enforcement is dealing with me, I'm very humble, and they ask the questions, I answer them. Some people say you don't even have to ask those questions. Well, why are you bringing that to you? Why are you making this a hostile environment? If you haven't done anything wrong, just answer the questions and be professional, be nice, act like, okay, I'm innocent. Can I see your driver's license? Why you want to see my driver's license? Well, now you just started something, and you just as innocent can be. Even though they say you don't have to show them your license, you don't have to do this. Okay, then you want to go through something. Because the police officer is not going to turn around and go back to their car and pull off. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, and honestly, Miss Linda, when I seen that viral post, you don't we legally we don't have to do this, and technicality that
Mm-hmm.
I roll my eyes when I see stuff like that, because in the world that we live in, and this is not to bash a police officer, but let's keep it real. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of them have that ego of I am the law.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you really think a man who has the legal right to do his job, pull you over, request
Mm-hmm.
to see your license,
Mm-hmm.
is really just gonna walk back to his car
No,
and
he's
say,
not.
"Oh yeah, you right in the handbook, rule book, blah blah blah." Even
That's
if you
not
on
in.
camera, they
That's
don't
not in that
care,
handbook. That's not in that handbook.
right? I'm just saying, like, because people be, what I'm trying to say, Ms. Linda, like when they be like, "Oh, this law under this act under da da," and it's just like, don't get me wrong, I get it. We do have rights, we do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But let's be real. Are
Right.
these officers going to allow us to exercise our rights just because, what I'm like, the majority of them aren't. You
You
might
had
get
a
you might get a good one that's going to say, "You know what? Okay, whatever."
you had a
But
right to remain silent.
how many police officers do you really think is just going to be like, "You know what? You are absolutely right,
Mm-hmm.
Linda. Let me just walk away because I have no right to do this to you." It just, to me personally, I feel like it's just setting yourself up for failure. People may say it's
Exactly.
scary, or, oh, because, like, in the comment section on Facebook, they eat you up. "Oh, see, it's coons like you," and it'd be like, no, 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 no. Like some stuff is just senseless. Like, it, to me, it's just dumb. I'm not trying to, like, to offend anybody,
Mm-hmm.
but me personally, I just feel like that's just playing with fire. Like, why? Just show the man, like you said, just show the man your license. You
Mm-hmm.
ain't did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Why do all the extras when this person, truth be told, has more power than you and can take your life and do whatever they want to do, and possibly just be able to walk away because they have that badge that says, "I am the law."
Well, they can't do whatever they want. That they can't do.
I mean,
But
it seems like it. I mean,
well, they
lately they're being held accountable. Lately,
mm-hmm.
but we know
Right.
that these people be getting away. Well, I ain't gonna say it seems like they be getting away with stuff when it comes to the judges, and what is it, the justice system. We
Yeah,
all
yeah,
know that.
yeah. They. What happens is they find this loophole, and the loophole was they were uh afraid for their life. They were defending themselves. They're not getting away with stuff. They well, some are getting away with it because they're using that to keep themselves from going to prison. That's why they have to go to court and go in front of a jury. In some states, I guess they just go in front of the judge. I don't know. Well, we could go choose for a bench trial too, but you have to have your attorney speak for you. And if whatever you did does not say that you were defending yourself, you're still going to prison. It's a lot of ex law enforcement agents in prison. You just don't hear about it. That's why I keep telling you, stop watching TV. Get off Facebook. Them people on Facebook lying. Just like they lie on YouTube. Just be
I hear you,
lying.
Miss Linda.
Sometimes I be listening and I just be like, oh my God. Catch them in lies back and forth. It don't even make sense. So YouTube is entertainment. It's not, well, for us right now is educational. And there are
Hmm.
some YouTube channels that are educational, and all of that. But I'm talking about the dumb, I mean, I ain't gonna call them dumb. The regular YouTube, the people that's just talking. I'm not getting ready to listen to them and think it's the law. I'm not getting ready to listen to them and say it's fact. How they know?
Right.
Were they there?
Right.
No, they wasn't. So it's entertainment for me. And sometimes the entertainment is irritating because they lie so much that it's just irritating. And you see people believing them like, oh Jesus, I don't even want
Yeah,
to talk about something.
I think that ticks everybody off because I know I get mad when I see somebody lying, and I just be like, oh my god. And then you see the people believing it. Oh my god, you just get mad. You be
Oh
like,
my. Mm,
even if it don't have nothing to do with you, just to see
exactly.
people lying
Exactly.
and others believing it, it
Mm,
does irritate you. You be like,
yeah. A lot of them be lying. The first question that you can ask yourself is, how do you know? Were you there? Their answer would be no, I wasn't there. So and so told me. How did they know? Were they there? No, they wasn't there either. Well, then you don't know what you're talking about. Then that's how you can sum that up. Especially when they talking about what they saw, who they know, this and that, blah. Oh no, no, mm-mm. But I don't want to get on that because that's not about uh Bam's life. So Bam said we done took over Rudy. So Bam's,
No, I'm here, y'all. I am listening. Y'all got me over here like, God damn, like I couldn't
Yeah,
do
I'm
this
here
without
just
y'all for
listening
real.
too.
well, do you have any more questions that I might be able to answer? And all
No,
of
I mean you really, really summed most of everything up. Like I mean, y'all, everybody just. I'm glad. I'm gonna say this. I'm glad everybody participated in this. Hopefully people did get some understanding, get some type of something to take with you when you leave this live from everybody that's up here, everybody who spoke.
Mhm.
Everybody that is trying to bring some type of awareness to the situations with kids and firearms. And I really appreciate y'all. That's really all I can say.
Well, I appreciate you doing this live. This is something that I like. I say it all the time. I like helping people. So and because the world is so jacked up with all these children, you know, shooting themselves in by mistake or whatever, accidental shootings. We even have, people that commit suicide and all of that. They shouldn't be around guns either. So the best thing to do is adults go to class, listen, learn, pass the test, shoot, learn how to shoot, all of that. That's all a part of the CPL process. After that, you'll know how to clean your gun, you'll know how to take your gun apart, you'll know all of that. Then once you get all of that, now you can go teach your kids. Or if you want to teach your kids before you go, then don't use a real weapon. Use like what Rudy was saying, a wooden gun. But you still don't want to introduce a gun to a kid after you done used a wooden weapon, because a wooden weapon ain't gonna do but knock somebody over their head. You know what I'm saying? So after you learn how to use it, yeah, you can go to your responsible child. All kids are not responsible. We know that, right? Some kids are a little hyper, some kids don't listen. So you have to know your child and teach them as they grow up and all of that. And until they are able to actually shoot and do all of that, don't leave the gun with them either. Because they may not know as much as you think they know. Lock that gun up with a lock and key. when you just sitting around the house or whatever, or put it on your hip or wherever you carry it. Some people carry it in a shoulder um holster, whatever. Put it on your body. And like I said, when you're sleeping, you don't supposed to do this, but who's gonna go up in the closet, an attic or whatever to get a gun and somebody broken it out? Put it under your pillow, put it in your pillowcase, hug your pillow. That way no one can get it from under the pillow. And that's that.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm definitely going to reconsider whether or not I want to own my own gun.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do not wish to, shoot to kill. I have always carried the mindset once because the other day, I said I was gonna get me one with a pearl handle. Not that
Mm-hmm.
that's relevant right now, but
It's
um,
cute.
right. That look,
Mm-hmm.
everything, even my stun gun is sparkly and purple. But
Mm-hmm.
I understand that a gun is a very serious weapon, but I have a pocket knife, and you know I've I have pulled it out, to stab somebody. Okay, I couldn't get to him, but my grandpa taught me you pull it out is to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And if that
You don't
girl
bring
would
no
have
knife
came
to a
anywhere
gunfight.
close to me, or I promise you, I would probably be in jail. But I don't think when you pull. I didn't think when you pull the gun out, with a knife. I can't explain to y'all what the difference between the two is in my mind, but
There's really no difference.
right, that's what I'm saying. Like with the gun, it was just like, oh, I'll pop him in the kneecap. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
I understand now that that ain't how that work when fearing for your life, and that's why people be going to jail and getting caught
Mm-hmm.
up in lies. Because honestly, Miss Linda, you just I thought I knew a little something, but like I said, I didn't know all of those little minor details
And
matter.
that's real because I did. It's a lot of stuff that she told me that I didn't know either.
Like for real. I had
And
no idea that they consider, the weight and size of a person if you say self defense.
mm-hmm.
Honestly, I thought they just, Miss Linda, don't you say nothing either when I say this. I thought they just do what they do on Law and Order, set up the
Oh
crime
Lord.
screen, crime scene, and investigating. You was standing right here, and they was standing right there. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know all of that stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, I will say I will definitely be, looking more into the technicalities of the laws. Like
Mm-hmm.
for real, it's important.
And
Sometimes when people, say certain stuff, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I roll my eyes at some people because they get on my nerves. But
mm-hmm.
Miss Linda, you also ain't somebody in a comment section on Facebook. But
No.
you know, there's just a difference in how you put it, because some people with that own guns, hold on, baby. Some people who own guns are always quick to say, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot a person. I'm gonna shoot a person." So I figured that was the mindset of everybody that carries a gun.
Oh my
"Oh, I'm
God.
gonna shoot." And you and Rudy, no disrespect to you, because you've spoken on guns plenty of times. I'm just talking about my own personal experience with people.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Linda, you have opened my eyes that there are people who don't think like that. They're like, no, I'm not thinking about my weapon. I'm not even going to bring it up. I'm going to handle this situation as best I can. And
Mm-hmm.
hopefully I don't have to pull my weapon.
Right.
And that makes a difference, a
And
huge difference.
that's supposed to be a part of training, but you could go to training and then leave training and say kiss my tail and still do your own thing. Well, you're putting your life in your own hands because you're going to prison if you didn't do what the trainer taught you to do.
And that's irresponsible. Like, I
It
had no
is.
idea that they really sit you down. And, I thought they just come in and tell it's not a gun. Here's how you use it. Here's how you clean it. And that's it.
Mm-mm. No, they have to teach you about the laws of the gun laws and all of that. Now, Vons, if you went to go to training for your CPL, and you told them that you didn't want to kill anybody, they wouldn't even give you the certificate to get your CPL.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I mean, I morally that's great because some people don't care. You know,
That's
they
true too.
if they getting paid to do something, they gonna do
That's
it.
that's true. That's true.
So from what
Even
you
the
just told
even
me is
even
somebody. Go
go
ahead, Miss
ahead.
Lynn.
Even the trainers nowadays are kind of sloppy too. I have to admit that they're kind of sloppy too. They don't supposed to give it to you, but I found people telling me that they went to training, got their certificate to take it to the district court, and you have to go in front of a judge and all of that. The judge is going to ask you questions too before they allow you to get the CPL. The certificate is just a piece of paper
Mhm.
that you take to the courthouse, and then the judge will say, okay, you can get the license. But I found that there are some people that went to the training and got the certificate, and they still don't know everything they should know because they wasn't half listening, and they listen enough to pass, but they don't
Wow.
remember what they were taught.
Yeah, no, that's irresponsible. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I ain't trying to offend nobody, because I know it's a lot of people in this chat. But I mean, there's no way that you can hear everything that Miss Linda has said, that Rudy has said, that Jamila said, that Bam has just said, and not walk away thinking if I own a gun or I need to do better, or I like. There's no way, especially after the news clip she's just played.
mm-hmm.
Like there's just no way that
Mm-hmm.
you can't change. Your mind should be changed in some type of way. Even if you okay, like Truth is said, you may not agree, you may not like her, but this live is very informal. Like it's
Yeah,
needed.
it has nothing to do with if somebody likes somebody or not. This is a live for educating our children and our adults about gun safety.
Because and that's the problem, ignorance. People
Mm-hmm.
just walking around feeling like they can do whatever they want to do because they own a gun. And
Right.
that is irresponsible. And that's
Very.
why so many babies have died, because that's the name of the live.
The lives.
Bam
That's
just
right.
lost her nephew. Jamila's daughter was killed.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, because people have guns and think they're in a position of power and control.
Mm-hmm. You using them words, Vaughn. Those are the words. Mhm.
Yeah, I Miss Linda, thank you. I'm gonna go back down to the chat, y'all, because I'm not on my job. I'm supposed to be down there dropping information. But Bam, this was a great live. I am so proud of you. I almost cried a couple times listening to Jamila and listening to you, in the beginning. And you have helped Jenny and JC. They said what they said. Because honestly, T-Bam JC, the look on his face, when he was hearing the news clip, and I told you, Jenny said, "Well, I don't want to go outside because I don't want
Right,
nobody to shoot me." And it was like, wait, let me pause. Let me explain what this is. And
right,
he was like, "Wait a minute, somebody can really die." And I'm like, "Yes," because he played them shooting games, and I was telling him like that's not a toy. And he
Mhm.
right.
said, "Well, okay, yeah, I don't want nobody to die."
Mhm.
So me personally, y'all, I do keep my kids away from certain stuff, but I've learned to be open to information that can save their life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No matter what it
Mhm.
is. And you did a
Mhm.
really good job. I'm so proud of you. And I saw
Thank
your
you.
comment, and I just want to say, forget her. She a hater. If she went live and
Yeah,
did
I ain't
this,
even finna. I'm not even finna bring that. I'll call
we
you after this
Right.
already
live.
know. Like,
Right.
forget her. You did so good. Like, look how many people here to support you. First of all, Miss
Right.
Linda hit your panel. Okay, I'm hating just a little bit because Miss Linda always in my chat. But the fact, like, I love that she came up here and dropped all of that. It's like, yes, like,
Right, and that's why I just
say
let her
that.
talk, because she was informing me on a lot of stuff that I didn't know, and I didn't want to interrupt y'all. Y'all see, I ain't cut nobody off while we was talking this shit. Look, I did this, y'all. I'm telling
Good job.
Hit the cash app and please hit that like button. I know y'all see me down there telling y'all hit that like button. Hit the
yes,
like
please
button.
hit the like button. I
And
don't
if
care
you
if you hit
can
anything
share
else. Hit
this
the like
live
button.
out, we are bringing awareness. And this is the T-Bam. This is one of the best lives you done did since I've been around. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yep. Thank you for having me up, Bams.
I
Yeah.
really, Jamila, I appreciate you, Miss Linda. I appreciate you, Vaughn, Rudy. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate each and every one of y'all that came through to support this live, the knowledge y'all gave on this live. You know, like it just it made me, at first, I ain't gonna lie, I was really nervous about doing this live because I was like, wait a minute. Now I know I done hype myself up, but now it's time, the rubber meets the road right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to bring it. And
And
I
you
was like, you know
did.
what, you can do this. But the hardest thing for me, y'all don't understand. I'm finna have to go bury a 6-year old.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And
mm,
this will be the second time.
mm,
Mm,
And that's what really, really pushed me to really want to bring awareness to this, because this is two babies that has been involved in my life since they have been born. And
mm,
it's
mm,
like, I only got to spend 6 little years with them.
mm,
They
mm,
had their whole lives ahead of them, and they got taken over guns.
mhm,
Something that we see every single day, something that both affects adults and children.
mm-hmm. We
Hey, Miss Sunshine. Hey, Roz. I'm sorry. Hey, everybody. Hey, KT.
we have a 9-year-old that just shot himself too.
Well, it was a
No,
9-year
no,
old that
no,
shot
no,
my
no.
friend's
It was a
6-year old son and
it was
killed him.
wait, let me get this right. I think the boy, oh, I think he was 9. Was he 9 or 6? He was one of those numbers, and it just happened because they just did the balloon release for him,
Uh huh.
and to see his parents so torn up.
Uh huh.
They didn't go to jail or anything. They were still being investigated
Right.
because the gun didn't belong to the mother or the father.
Right.
Hmm. So they probably won't get in trouble, but it's still so sad.
Right.
I think he was 6 because he was a little bitty boy. What's going on with 6 and 9? What's going
That,
on
you
with
know what?
that?
I was trying to say the same thing, because it's crazy, because it was a 9-year old that shot my friend's 6-year old son. But y'all know what? It's crazy because even though, yeah, when I went outside and talked to my friend, I asked him, do he have guns in his house? Said, yeah, excuse me. Yeah. And oh, excuse me.
Is
And
that a sneeze?
yes, y'all leave me alone.
Bless you. Bless you.
Don't talk about my little puny little sneeze, okay?
I just
But
wanted to
I
say
asked
bless you.
him about him having guns in his house, and does he teach his kids? Now his son's only 3. He said
Mhm.
when he gets of age. It was just a 2-year old that shot a 6-month-old baby.
Oh Jesus.
Like
mhm,
it's never too early and it's never too late. You know what I'm saying? Just all I'm gonna say. This is what I just all I'm gonna say. I don't care who likes it, who don't like it, who don't like what I'm doing. I'm not for everybody. But what I will say is I don't care if I got kids or not. I don't give a fuck if none of that. Oh, sorry. Oh,
Mm,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to,
mm,
y'all. That was the first time I used the F word this whole time, and I'm so sorry. Kids, wash my mouth out with soap. Okay, it tastes bad. Okay, so I don't care how you feel about me. I don't care how you feel about anybody that I'm cool with. At the end of the day, don't worry about Bam. Go worry about teaching them babies and teaching yourself something that can save y'all's lives. Okay? That's what you need to worry about. Don't try to criticize me on what I'm over here doing. How about you take and learn something from it? Thank me for being the person I am to even think about wanting to help somebody, even if it's somebody I don't like.
right.
At least I'm one that's gonna stand up and do it, regardless if I like you or not. You can't do the same. Now,
Let me say something, and I've been saying let me say something so I can get down for
oh,
probably
I'm
the
sorry.
last
Go ahead. I,
hour.
I had to vent real quick.
No, I just
Hey,
keep
Miss
going and
Tammy.
going. I keep going and going and going. This time I'm gonna get down after this. But I want to say something behind what you said about the your friend has a 3-year-old, and he said when the 3-year-old get of age. That before I well, let me see. I mentioned that before. Your child has to be a responsible kid. So if
Right.
if he or she is 3 years old, and you know that your child's uh attention span is super short, then no, that's not the kid to teach. That's the kid to keep safe. That's the kid to keep your gun locked. That's the
right.
kid to keep your gun away from. You understand what I'm saying? So it's for him to say 3, his son is 3 and he's not ready for it, well then he's being a responsible parent as long as he keep his gun locked.
And that's what he said. He said he don't never have it out. He keeps
Mhm.
it up, and that's just what it is. And he's not, and honestly, he's not careless like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
that's one thing that I will say about a lot of my homeboys. Oh, excuse me. A lot of my homeboys, even though they do, carry or whatever the case may be, they're when it comes to their babies and their households, they don't just leave their stuff out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
they're real, they're parents. They're like a lot of my homeboys, they're single dads.
Mhm.
And that's one thing that they take care of is them babies, and that's just what it is. Like, and they're great fathers. They do what they're supposed to do. Now a lot of them, yeah, they done been to jail, this and that, but that doesn't matter at the end of the day. As long as you're teaching your kids what's right, and as long as your kids ain't walking down your same path. See, I didn't walk down my mama's same path. I was able to break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to.
Mhm.
So that's what they try to teach their kids, to break that cycle and do what's right. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So yeah.
So I'm gonna say thank you very, very much, Bams. This has been a very, very good live, and I appreciate you doing this live. Jamila, I'm always praying with you, and I'm glad you came up and was able to share your story. And that way, we took it from children to, well, I'll say to from minors to adults. Being
Yes.
the victim and being the assaultee, and all of that. So I thank
Uh-huh.
you for coming up with your story. And I'm out. I'm going back to the
Thank
chat.
you, Miss Linda. I appreciate you so
Okay. Good
much.
night, Miss Linda.
Good night, you guys, and you're welcome, Bams, and thank
Jamila,
you.
you sound
I
so
really appreciate.
tired.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Good night, Bam. Yeah, I'm dropping too.
Good night, baby. I thank you so much for coming
You're
on, Jamila.
welcome.
I appreciate you so much, love.
All right.
All right. Y'all, I just gotta say this. Hey y'all, in my Anaya voice. Okay. Hey y'all. Now, y'all wanna get messy? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Y'all, I do want to say this though. I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all who came out, each and every one of y'all who came on the panel, each and everybody who came in the chat, who participated, the ones that sat in the bushes and listened. Excuse me. Um, yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody. The people that shared me out, thank y'all. Um, Shout out to the support system, bro, because you really see who fucks with. I mean, who messes with you when you do something positive, and this showed me a lot. This showed me a lot, and I see that the same people that support my BS are the same people that support my positive stuff. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you to everybody who hit the cash app, who hit the super chat. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all, I am so happy right now. Like, I'm really happy. I really feel like I wasn't all over the place. I really did this the way it was supposed to be done. And I did, somebody gave me an idea. Mama Terry gave me an idea. Next week, y'all, I'm gonna do the same type of live, but I'm gonna do it on gangs. And we're gonna do it on gangs. Um, so this is chapter 1 of Gun Violence and Safety for Children and Adults, brought to you by Miss Bounds herself, okay? T Bounds herself, okay? And I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I hope somebody got something out of this. I love y'all. Thank y'all so, so much. Okay, but okay. Thank y'all so, so much. Um, Leave me alone, KT. Jesus, I'm so sick of you, KT. You and this coughing thing, okay? Wait, Vaughn's just coming back. Hey, Vaughn.
No, don't drop me down.
Okay, hold on. How do I drop her? Okay, right here. Okay. Did you see what I said about the college students? No, hold on, KT. Let me go back and see if I'm not gonna be able to see it. I'm not gonna be able to see it, KT. I didn't see it. Let me see something, y'all. KT, will you say it again? Uh-oh. God dang, these freaking fingernails, y'all. Okay. Okay, let me see. Dang, I accidentally deleted it, but okay. Y'all leave me alone about, hey, truth is, y'all leave me alone about my little sneezing and stuff. Oh, y'all are just rude. KT, I'm waiting for your comment, babe. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. And now I gotta calm my little pit bull down over here. Calm down, killer. Yes, A, please catch the replay, please, because it was a really, really, really good live. Um, this was a really good live. I really, 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 I'm really excited, y'all. I'm really excited. Oh my god, so silly. Oh shit, shoot. Uh, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, wait, let me see what she says. Yeah, truth is, I see what's going on. Two college students got to arguing in the cafeteria over some chicken and got to shooting. One went to the hospital. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Wait, chicken day? Like chicken is chicken day? Like what, seriously? Like over chicken? OMG. That is just crazy. I'm gonna look into that case. Case. Why was I finna call you Casey? I don't know. Casey, I'm gonna look and see. Good night, Jamila. Right, Miss Linda. Right. Truth is, I definitely did, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. Like y'all really, 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 y'all really made my night for real. Y'all really did. Y'all really did, and I really appreciate y'all for real. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, y'all. I guess are we done here, y'all? Y'all, are we done, y'all? Are we done, y'all? Y'all just let me know if we're done. If we're done, then I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. Linda, they showed his pic on the news. He and Jeff. Oh wow. I'm gonna go look that up, KT. Y'all, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna go find something to eat. I know I gotta keep this fat, okay? We are DONE done. Okay. Thank you, Vons. Thank y'all so much. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I will let me see. I don't know when I'm gonna go live next. It'll probably be sooner than y'all think though. But I'm really trying to keep my composure. So yeah, with that being said, y'all just look out for me and I'll be live sometime. But next week, thank you, Miranda. Next week, y'all. Next week we will be doing it'll probably be next Wednesday. We'll be doing a live on games. So let's see where this takes us, y'all. It's a new little journey. I want y'all to ride on this thing with me. So hey, let's go. Kid, shit, shoot, dang these fingernails. Okay, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Thank y'all. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I ain't gonna keep saying the same thing over and over again because I'm hungry now. Now I'm not myself when I'm hungry. So y'all know I gotta go eat. So bye y'all. Bye.